Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Jersey Blaze X, Blaze 1604, has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Mommy Just Bar Arm has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Sajit has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Joe Edison has just boarded the plane.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Is everyone okay? Testing, testing. Roger, roger. Spellsinger, Rhymester, Wargaming Dad, and Greg is all in the house. Lovely jubbly. You just boarded the plane. That's made it look like you've just subscribed to my channel, but I know that's not true. I know you haven't. You've been subscribed. I think you're actually a member as well. Yeah, man, we have become. Hello all. 20 seconds to go, man. I told my date to meet me at the gym, but she never turned up. That's when I knew we were not going to work out. That's good. Morning all. Helena's in the house. Right, do you know what? Let's just start this because I'm kind of eager beaver here today. Let's go. Let's do it. Hello, hello. Yo, yo, yo. How's it going? I don't know why I'm doing the rapping and all this. Welcome to another Fighting Fantasy adventure. And, you know, if you're a member on my channel, this is like 2 in a row. This is like 2nd week on the trot, or 3rd week, you know. But if you're a subscriber, it was 2 weeks ago when we did the last one. So today we've got Spellbreaker. I looked on eBay for this one, and the completed listings have sold from anything from £10 to £25 for the wizard version, or a version where the artwork is just a, you know, a library picture where it's not a picture of the actual book. But most of them go up to about £30 to £70. But the bidding ones, the ones that you can buy now, even the wizard books go between 30 to 70 quid for the wizard version. But this puffin version that we've got here can go anything from 50 to 100. So again, we're in the later versions of the series. This is book number 53. And pricey to buy. You're talking like at least 30 to 40 quid, maybe 50 quid if you want to purchase this book today. Let me get over here a bit. Position myself. How is everybody doing? How is, can anyone give me a loan? What? Oh, to buy the books, right. I thought you were just begging for money then, mate. So, like, yeah, if you, like, literally, how many books? So, 53, the last one in the Puffin series, because it's the Puffin ones, really, that are expensive. The reprinted wizard ones, you know, aren't that rare. They go up to 59, so we're talking, I would say, the last 10 to 15 books in the series are the most expensive. Curse of the Mummy, to get the original Puffin version, is probably one of the most expensive ones. But in all honesty, I have seen somebody buy this off eBay, a completed listing, for 8 quid. Like, you might be able to find a bargain, especially if it's in a charity shop and they don't have a clue what's going on. You might still be able to pick up it as a bargain. When was this released? Oh, well, we've got a name. There's a name in ours. Look at that. Stephen Rudland. If you're watching, I've got your book, mate. Stephen Rudland. I ended up with your book. It was written by Jonathan Green. He's still writing Fighting Fantasy, or his own Fighting Fantasy, but he's still writing today. Illustrations inside the book were Alan Langford. Kind of basic, but still very good. And the cover illustration as well, it was old Alan Langford. You got the wizard version price still on yours for $16.99 Australian dollars. Yeah, the wizard ones are just reprints of Ian and Steve's books, and they kind of restarted the franchise before it went and moved on to the next publisher. So, I'm Steve. Can I have my book back, please? Is your last name Rudland, Steve? Is your first name Steve Spellsinger? Is it? I'm sure you introduced in one of your vids, your name is something else. Like Brian or something. I can't remember. Anyway, this book was first published in 1993. This book was up against Jurassic Park when it came out. Why am I so off center with my... Usually holding it up there is good enough, but Need to be. I'll have to turn my chair. There we go. So this was up against Jurassic Park when it first got published. Not that it was in competition, you know. It ain't no Robot Commando or anything. Oh, you are just kidding. Oh, okay. Right, yeah, I didn't think your name was Steve, mate. My father's name was Stephen, but it wasn't Rudland. It says here, does that say filmed? Hang on, what? I need my glasses here. It says something about filmed. What does that say? It says printed in England. Printed in England by Clays Limited. Film set in Monophoto Palatino. Film set? The fuck? Did they make a movie of this book or something? That's weird. Copyright except in the United States of America. So this is obviously, and this looks like one of the first publications. This is like one of the first runs of this book, to be honest. So yeah, and it's dedicated to Jonathan's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Green. He wrote that for you. Cover picture is kind of like it's interesting. You know, it's very demonic, coming out of the flames of hell, with some Grim Reaper dude looking on. Yeah, it's a very interesting cover. I can't remember a single thing about this book. What does it say on the back? Racine Abbey has guarded its arcane treasures for centuries. But when their black Grimmie is stolen, the land of Ruddlestone is plunged into a crisis of epic proportions. For the ancient book holds the key to the legendary casket of shadows and the evil imprisoned within it. Should it be opened, the infernal beast will be unleashed to wreak its terrible carnage across the old world. On the night of Sheikah's moon, scant days away, this will surely come to pass, unless, that is, there's some idiot who can stop it. So, Fighting Fantasy, the world's most popular adventure game book series. Oh yeah, baby. It is. I think John wrote this while he's a student at uni. Yeah, he's like, I got a good idea for a book. Spellbreaker. Demons are flying around. The land is under threat, and only one can stop it. Where's those Monster Munch crisps? You know, you shall not pass. It's the Balrog on the cover, is it? I don't know what a Balrog is, to be honest. I'm looking at it like, oh, yeah, I know what you mean, mate. I'm down with the words. No, I don't know what a Balrog is, sorry. Is that a monster? So, there is an extra stat in this book. So, you got your skill, stamina, luck. But you've also got a faith stat to keep track of, which I'm sure there's a section here on it. But we all know what faith does. We all know what faith is going to do. Does it give us any extra shit? Skill, stamina. Nothing about meals. What's going on there, Johnny? Oh, here we go. So, yeah, you start the game with meals equivalent to 5. You only get 5 meals, guys. Which is good, because, to be honest, I've already started on the meals today. Like ginger nut biscuits, they're like half gone. So it's a good thing we've only got 5. You get a backpack to hold all your shit in with your gold pieces. To find out how many gold pieces you possess, roll 1 die and add 4. That's pretty cool. So what kind of dice are we going to do today, guys? Oh, that was in Lord of the Rings, was it? Looks like my partner first thing in the morning. Whoa. I hope he or she is teeth, man. It doesn't bite that much. Bloody hell. Wasn't Balrog in Street Fighter 2? Big dice, Spellsinger says. Right, how much money have we got, guys? 3. That's 7 gold pieces to start our adventure with. That should be enough, shouldn't it? That should be alright. If we invest it wisely, you know, stay away from the old Bitcoin, then we should be all good. Although I imagine in Fighting Fantasy World they didn't have Bitcoin. It would have been something more like Rock Coin or something, you know, or Faith Coin, you know. That's the equivalent. So yeah, as you soon will discover, your faith will be very important. You start the game with 1 faith point. Man, we're already filling out the stat sheet here, you know. It's granted to you because you have undertaken a holy pilgrimage. Relics of good and blessings can increase your faith, while curses and evil actions, ill-befitting a heroic adventurer, will have the effect of decreasing your faith score. Precisely how your faith works will be revealed during your adventure. Hang on, I've just realised this, Eleanor. Well, this is the first chick we've had watching. I'm guessing it's a girl, but first chick we got. So welcome in. I don't remember seeing your name before, so welcome in. You'll be instructed about this in the relevant paragraphs. So we also have a Tinder box. Not Tinder, the app, but a Tinder box, okay? You know, you can strike a match. We have a lantern, a sword, backpack with 7 places in it, gold pieces, and that is basically it. We're away. The adventure sheet is kind of standard, you know, is your basic bog. So, before we begin, oh hello, message retracted, disappear coin. So before we begin, I should like update you guys first, because you guys give me the most support on this channel, so I repay that. For anybody who doesn't know, and I'm not, I feel like now I feel like, oh shit, I'm not saying this to gain anything. I'm not saying this because I want you guys to suddenly say something, but it's kind of just like, oh, by the way, so tomorrow's my birthday. Oh, is it tomorrow? No, hang on, wait, it's not tomorrow. Tuesday, I think, actually. What's today's date? I ain't got a first girl in chat. Oh, he keeps retracting his messages before I can read them. 3rd today, so Tuesday is my birthday, right? And I think I've got a, I hope I've got, I mean, it's not confirmed because he hasn't sent it yet, but I have got like a Laserdisc player coming, you know, and I'm pretty excited about that. For anybody who doesn't know what Laserdisc is, oh, fuck it, it's so heavy, is what it is. That's what Laserdisc is. This is Laserdisc. This is the Lion King on Laserdisc. Oh, fuck. It's like having the 35mm reels in your hand. It's massive. Huge. This is the Disney box version, right? And this is the cool... I know this is a bit of a side rant here, but the cool thing about Laserdisc is you don't find this on VHS, Blu-ray, 4K, or DVD, right? This is the kind of shit you get with Laserdisc. Look at... I just got to show you this because it's so awesome. It opens up like a huge beast, right? But you get... That's a blank one. That's not what I want to show you. You get these art cards of concept art. Like, that's the ham-hem-wah, you know, where they raise the baby. And there's loads of them. There's about 7 of them in here of artwork printed on really high-quality card. Like, that's the kind of shit you get with this format. And that's a little bit of the reason why I love it. But also, I mean, if you've got the Blu-ray, if you've got the DVD, you've got everything that came on this disc set. If you got, that's the size of a Laserdisc, by the way. That is the size of a Laserdisc. It's a record vinyl disc sized format, right? But it's uncompressed audio and video, right? Well, you can have digitally compressed, but the video is analog. It's uncompressed. So effectively, because it's uncompressed video, it's better than DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K because they're all compressed formats. Even if they're in a higher resolution, you get more detail, they're still compressed. So effectively, because of that stat alone, Laserdisc is better. But like, you get so many bloody, these are all like the extra features that you get. Okay, now everything on here is available on the DVD and the Blu-ray and, you know, whatever. But like, it's so cool, and the artwork that folds out like a gatefold vinyl, you know. So I'm looking forward to, on my birthday, spinning up a few of these bad boys, you know, on the old 4K telly to see what they're like. Like, I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, that's one of the things that's going on in my life. Put that back. Honestly, very cool. The other thing, obviously, is we're preparing for August the 27th, guys. The painting of the models, the talking of the Fighting Fantasy book, the what you call it, the live stream, the 12-hour live stream of Fighting Fantasy, International Game Book Day, or Global Fighting Fantasy Day. August the 27th, 9 a.m. UK time till 9 p.m. And I'm going to be painting models mainly and talking about the books. So I can't wait. I've been selling that for the last 2 or 3 months now. So all your best for your day. Thank you very much. Again, I didn't mention my birthday because I wanted everybody to say happy birthday. I just want to note that. But I'm just letting you know what's going on in my life, I suppose. Because I really appreciate everybody turning up, basically. Looks like a double XL DVD. Yeah, I mean, a DVD, right? This is the size of a DVD. Look at this. Little farty disc compared to a Laserdisc, right? Honestly, yeah. International Game Book Day. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Yellow's in the house. Welcome in, Yellow. Nice one. So thank you for everybody wishing happy birthday. I will actually do because I got to do the old monthly vlog. So I do plan to do a monthly vlog when that Laserdisc player arrives. And so during that vlog, I'll just do like an unboxing as well. But and it's a beautiful. It matches the same color as my amplifier, so it kind of goes together. But yeah, well, looking forward to it. To be honest, I don't even think I've got the cables to hook it up yet. I'll have to wait till Friday to get them. Other things I'm doing is doing series on movies, you know, reviews on certain movies. The Queen albums, there's a Queen album up there that you can't actually see. But I'm doing reviews against all the formats, and two of the series of films that I'm currently working on, because I finished the Universal Pictures one, that's done and dusted. Obviously I've got to do the single reviews for all the films, but the other kind of 2 or 3 series that I'm working on now is the signature selection set from DreamWorks. There's only about 6 or 7 films, and I'm literally one away from getting the complete set for that. So I'll do the old video for that when it arrives. Well, when I get it, you know. And the other set I'm doing is the 20th Century Fox Ultimate Collector's Edition, but it's not the Ultimate Collector's Edition that they released because they completely bodged it. These are just the cardboard versions that I'm looking at, and I'll be doing a full set version. I'm about 7 away from that one, but when that's complete, I'll do a full catalog version of those films. And say the reason I'm doing those is just because I really enjoy the format. I was doing it because I'm working on a DVD series, and it's literally I got 1 episode left to film, and then I can release it. My members will get to see it first, and then in September everyone else can see it. 7 episodes, all about the DVD format. And yeah, pretty cool, to be honest, if I don't say so myself. But I've learned a lot, and I've had a new appreciation for DVD. So that's what's going on in my life. But what's going on in your lives, guys? Fighting Fantasy, I bet. What's happening with you? Let me know in the chat what's going on. And while you're doing that, I'll roll for our stats. Do we have to anything different for our skill? No. All the stats are the norms. Your hair is looking decidedly lustrous. Do you know what? Yeah, my hair, I got cut finally. My mum came up to see me, so she got snipped the old hair. So I love it. But I've actually been testing some shampoo and conditioner for some company. And it smells really nice, but honestly, it makes my hair so smooth. Like silky smooth. The bottles are almost empty, to be fair. But really nice shampoo and conditioner. I have no idea what it'll be called when it's released because they're just in white bottles for me. But yeah, that's the reason why my hair looks so great. They also sent a pack of Jammy Dodgers, right? Which I wish I could show on here, but I can't, I don't think. But they're in a completely albino white packet. And they're going to be, I think it was strawberry flavored or raspberry flavored or something. So it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Honestly, get sent all this shit like every now and again. But anyway, let me roll the dice. He is showing off again. Right, so this is our skill score, guys. This is our ability to fight the monsters. This is how strong we are, okay? Fucking 6. Yes! Get in there. That is a skill, the maximum you can have of 12. That means we are going to be badass. But it makes no difference if our stamina is the lowest. If we get like 13 stamina, that means we ain't going to last but 5 minutes. So, we are Terry Tough Knuckles. What's that dude from the Phone Jackers or whatever they're called? Terry. Tell me, Terry Tubbs in it. Talk to me. Talk to me. Yeah? Right, here we go. Here is our... Fucking hell! 11! That's 23. That is pretty much one away from the highest score you can get. What the hell? Today is our day, guys. Today is our lucky day. We are honestly gonna nail this shit. Terry Tibbs, that's it, yeah. Terry Tibbs. I can't believe it. So now our luck, which to be honest, I don't think we need luck. We've got it all. Let me get rid of me gum, actually. There we go. Right. This is our luck score. Olympian level. Honestly, we are definitely looking exactly like him now, aren't we? 2. I rolled a 2 for the luck. That's 8. That's still okay. We can get by on that, I reckon. That will be fine. Not too bad. Wow, man. I can't believe it. But to be honest, the stats don't really mean much because if you make silly choices, you end up dead anyway. Like, it's not all about the dice roll sometimes. Sometimes it's about the choice you make. Just like life, you know. Arnold Schwarzenegger, biggest, hardest, like, body, still can have a heart attack and need, you know, bypass operations, which he has had. Doesn't mean, like, anything. All this strength, you know. You got people who, you know, do all the things right, who live by the rules of health. They go jogging, they eat healthy, and they drop dead at 35 or 40. And it's like, how come? Why? And then you've got people like George Burns smoking a cigar all the time, living to be 100. It's like, what the fuck? There's no rules to this shit, man. I don't know what to follow. I say you just enjoy your life. Because you never know when it's going to be up. So just enjoy it instead of either worrying about it or trying to, you know, live a certain way. And it's like, I'm not really content, but I'm doing it because it's healthy. Like, just live your life. And then enjoy every day. And when you go, you go. But honestly, do you know what? You won't even know that you've gone. Like, you'll be off joining the universe in an energy way that you can't even fathom right now. And you will be loving it. And everybody will be crying. I don't know why I'm saying this shit. It's like bringing the stream down, isn't it? But honestly, it's like you're going to be joining another level of living. Like fish. Fish live their life in the water. They have no idea about the planes flying in the air or the people walking on the ground, because their whole universe is under that water, under the sea. And like, they have no inclination that there's a space with space shuttles and international and a moon and other planets. They got no idea of that shit. But imagine when they die, if you could then go join all that shit. That's kind of like what I'm talking about. When you pass on into the verse as energy, and you literally, we've unlocked Adam Philosophy Edition. You like get to understand everything, but I mean, your mortal soul, your mortal body's gone, but like, that's left behind for people, you know. But you're on to another, and you get to understand everything and love it. That's why nobody's ever come back from the dead, because honestly, they love it too much on the other side. So look forward to it, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about death is what I'm trying to say. Like, it'll all take care of itself in the end. Anyway, thank you for my TED Talk. Thank you for joining. How did we get into this shit? Like, I haven't been drinking. I've had coffee, water. I've had one biscuit. Obviously, I've had my me statins and me diabetic medication and me painkillers, but I haven't had anything other than that. Like, nothing excessive. I've not been smoking any wacky backies or sniffing any lines or popping any pills other than my ones that doctors give me. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get on with it, man. Let's start, shall we? Because time's a ticking. And Spellbreaker is going to give us a licking. Spellbreaker, spell singer. If anything, Spell Singer should be bloody given this book just because his YouTube name is Spell Singer. YouTuber, streamer, and philosopher. Like, everybody's a philosopher. You don't need a PhD to be a philosopher, by the way, because everyone's got an outlook on life. Qualified. Everyone's opinion's valid if it's what they legitly believe. If they're saying it just to make a statement, and it's like they're trying to just stand out, that's not what I'm talking about. But if something they believe in, it's legit and it's their philosophy of life. So everyone's a philosopher. You don't need a certificate of a piece of paper. Just say, I'm a philosopher. Anyway, well, you probably do if you want to get a job. You know, they kind of tend to look at the certificates. Oh, so you haven't got your degree in philosophy, right? So how do I know you? It's me, mate. That's it. I've lived life. Like, all right, fair enough. Yeah, go on then. We'll pay you, 75 grand a year then to decide people's futures. Yeah, you probably need the certificate in that sense. But anyway, nothing to do with Fighting Fantasy. What I've been yakking about. What am I doing? Right. Let's start the adventure, guys. Well, you know what to do. I'll let you guys start it off. How long is... Oh, Jesus, man. This is like a 5-page... Oh, we have a map, by the way. I better show you the map. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to show you because it's on the wrong page. There we go. There's the map, guys. Northwestern Ruddlestone. Okay. It looks literally like a map that Rhymster's drawn. That's pretty cool. The fact that it's almost... It looks hand-drawn, like proper... That's pretty cool. Hey, Rhymster, just use this map when you come to Spellbreaker, mate. Don't worry about making your own. You can just use this one. There we go. Look, there we go. That's what I'm... Everybody's giving me the F. Right. Let's start. When a deafening crash, another bolt of lightning shears through the boiling night sky. For a moment, the blasted heath around you is brilliantly illuminated, and through the driving rain, you catch sight of shelter at last, but it is not the abbey. Instead, a few trees stand huddled together on the barren moor, stark against the horizon. Through the sounds of the storm behind you, you can make out the howling of wolves, broken occasionally by a banshee wail. With a renewed determination, you find the strength to start running again over the sodden earth, with the blood pounding in your ears. You can hear it. As you near the copse, You pick out the glow from a small campfire among the trees. Someone has already taken shelter from the storm here. Cautiously, with one hand on the hilt of your sword, where's our sword? Where's our sword? One hand is on the hilt, the wooden sword for us, you know, safety, gotta be PC and all that. Oh, do you know what? I'd love to get like a proper He-Man, not maybe a full size, but like a miniature version of He-Man sword for these adventures. That would be cool. I might have to look into that. If I think I'm 21 years old, it's true because of my philosophy. That's exactly what I'm saying. You're as old as you feel, you know? Or think, you know? If you think it, it will come true. Cautiously, with one hand on your hilt of your sword, you step towards the fire. The figure seated beside the fire slowly looks up as you approach. That could be pretty creepy if you saw that in a film. There is no need for that. I am not armed, the man says, holding wide his arms so you can see that he is speaking the truth. Thunder rumbles across the moors, and the next flash of lightning reveals the man's face. This is proper atmospheric. He is young looking, but his face is pale and drawn, as if it's seen a lifetime of hardship, while his eyes hold a deeper knowledge than his years suggest, and he's smiling. All right. Come, take shelter by my fire. Come sit by me, boy. He says warmly, it looks as if you need it. Tired and cold, you take up the stranger's offer. Where the hell are we? Such a night as this, evil things stalk the earth, or so people say. You look up anxiously as you hear a rustling in the branches of the trees. What are you doing out on a night such as this? He asks. You decide you have nothing to lose by telling the stranger your story, which he's going to regret asking you for. So you explain how you now find yourself lost on these bleak moors at night. Now, it sounds like we're a werewolf. All your adult life you have lived as a hired sword, searching for adventure wherever it may be found across the old world. However, for several years now, you have considered taking a rest from the adventuring life in order to return to your homeland of Ruddlestone and undertake a pilgrimage for the good of your soul. We need to cleanse our soul. It's too filthy. So it was that 2 months ago that you arrived at the northern port of Harabnab aboard a merchant ship from Arkleton in distant Analand, just as at the month of watching was coming to a close, and from there you began your journey on foot to the shrine town of Hallows Well, at the edge of the western hills, renowned for its healing spring, so many pilgrims have done before you. Huh? Oh, as so many pilgrims. I was going to say, that didn't make sense then, but as so many pilgrims have done before you. You were heading for Rassin Abbey, where you heard you could spend a night away from the wilds on the way to Hallows Well when the storm broke, causing you to stray from the road across the heath, because I guess, you know, we can't stay in the rain and the storm, can we? We melt or something. You soon became lost on these desolate moors to spend the night. No, on these desolate moors, certainly not the sort of place where you wanted to spend the night. With what a storm raging about you, wild animals roaming free, or possibly worse. You know, you never know what you're going to find. Come on, baby, light my fire. I think we changed the timer thing. Yeah, when we start reading the reference, like, because this background could go on for days, and it's kind of really not the beginning of the book, is it? So I always start the timer when we start page 1. I might have, you know, sometimes I may have forgotten and started it at the background if it's a short background. But this one's going on for a while, so it wouldn't be fair. Yeah, the stranger tells you that he is too a pilgrim caught in a similar predicament. Yeah, we're two peas in a pod, mate. But he was fortunate enough, and not stupid enough, to reach the copse before the storm grew too bad. However, he is sure he knows which direction Rassan Abbey lies in. Every time I see Rassan, I feel like I want to say Russian. The two of you decide to try and reach it together. Oh, we've got a Mungo. Hey, we've got our own little Mungo now. Which would be much safer to travel as opposed to doing it separately. Leaving the cover of the trees, the two of you dash out through the pouring rain. It's raining! It's spitting! Quick, save your Rastafarian Abbey! Yeah, man. Yeah, come and sit in the rain. Come and sit out in the rain and sit by my fire. After running for half an hour with the wind and rain driving into your faces, you come to the top of a rise and see the road leading down to the small dark stone buildings of Rassan Abbey, cowering under the terrible storm of the force. I need to get some WD-40 for this chair. It keeps on squealing at me. Then comes the scream. It chills you to your bone and curdles your blood. What the fuck is our blood made of? Milk. Curdles our blood. Although most paralyzed with fear, you and the stranger look around to see dozens of foul demons bearing down on you from the turbulent skies. They are grotesque to look at, with bulging eyes. So basically a lot of Stephen Merchants descend on us. Their bloated, misshapen bodies and writhing tentacles, vicious talons and slavering jaws. Bit maybe looking like this dude here, I'm guessing. They scream and gibber with excitement as they speed towards you over the heath. The next thing you know, you are hurtling down the hillside towards the abbey, and your legs ready to give way under you at any moment. As you run, you fend off the demons by waving your sword wildly in the air. The stranger has no weapon, and so does the best he can with his bare hands. So, I got no weapon, mate. When you reach the abbey, you bang on the door with all your might, shouting, "Sanctuary! Help us, we're dying!" A bolt. Man, these glasses are worthless. A bolt is drawn back and you fall into the space beyond. The stranger stands in the doorway, still trying to ward off the demons. "Quick, come inside!" you call to him. Well, hang on, what? Why would we say, "Quick, come inside"? I think that's what he said, but I don't know what "you call to him" means. As soon as he is over the step, the door is slammed shut and bolted. One last chill gust of wind, all that remains of the gale outside. You pick yourself up and survey the huddle of anxious faces looking back at you. It's like American Werewolf in London, isn't it? When the two walk in the pub and everybody stands and stares and they're like, "Hi." You are standing in a low-ceilinged hall and the people surrounding you are monks. Dudes, we've fallen into the monastery, all dressed in plain brown habits. So we just jumped into the Jedi temple. Once you have explained what the two of you are doing here, one of the monks tells you that they are a community of the priests of Enkala, and only a day's walk from Hollow's Well. Well, that's all right then, isn't it? He adds that you are both welcome to spend the rest of the night in the guest hall and lead you to join the other pilgrims already sleeping there. So there's other people that have taken shelter, it seems, at this monastery in the middle of nowhere. You have not been asleep very long when you wake from a terrible dream about demons to see the stranger creeping furtively out of the hall. Your suspicions aroused, you wait until he's gone, then follow him through the darkened passageways of the abbey. I'm going to guess we slept with our clothes on then. At last you come to a room which the stranger enters. What's he doing? He's like nosing, you know, closing the door behind him and locking it. So this guy knows where he's going and what he's doing. Suddenly someone cries from inside the room and there is a crash. You beat at the door with your fists to no avail. So you begin to try and break it down. You burst into the room at the same time as a group of monks enter through another door. You are standing in a library, and the body of a monk is lying face down on the floor beside his upset writing desk. And there's no sign now of the stranger. He's gone. "Down there!" shouts a monk, pointing to a flight of stone steps beyond another open door. You run down the steps, followed by the monks, and burst into a small, dank room lit by a single torch. Have we ever played this book before, guys? Does anybody know? I can't remember. Let me know if we've done this before. This could be a first time. Against the far wall, the stranger is kneeling beside a large open oak chest. And in the flickering torchlight, you see that he is holding a huge black book in his hands. And he's going, "I'd like to talk to you about the Lord Jesus Christ." Basically, he's holding the old big black book in his hand. That completely fell flat because the book wasn't even in the shot, honestly. God. Oh, I got Bram Stoker's Dracula. Oh no, it's a woman in white. Looks like Bram Stoker's Dracula. I have got that book as well. He's holding it in his hands, and as you enter the chamber, he spins around and gets to his feet. What is up with his camera? Oh man, I feel like I'm... "Thanks, friend." He laughs mockingly. "Without your help, I couldn't have got in there. I would stay longer, but I have much to do." And with that, a dark veil descends over the room. When it lifts again, the stranger and the book are gone. But he has left something in his place. As you watch, a cloud of swirling, noxious green smoke starts to form in the center of the room. Man, what is going on here? Holy fucking hell. So that's the introduction, guys. I'm going to start the timer now. Now, on page 1 is this picture. Okay? The Bob Marley of demons. And in the paragraph of page 1, it looks like we have a fight. There's a demon we have to fight on the first paragraph. I mean, hey, Jonathan, man, he likes to nuke you. Literally read all that, and then, by the way, you're going to die on the first paragraph. May our stamina never fail. May, I mean, well, to be honest, I think we're pretty topped out here. I think we're going to dispense people very quickly, I feel, you know. It's, yeah. Pardon me. Right then. Let's begin our journey, guys. Our adventure begins now. Quickly, the cloud solidifies into a shape that makes you recoil in terror. Standing before you is a monstrous demon covered in green scales with fang-filled jaws and reeking of the sharp, acrid smell of brimstone. I love Jonathan's descriptions. Very descriptive, very nice. Well-written book, I'd say, so far. No pictures of books, though, in the... Some of these, sometimes you get color pictures of other books here. I always quite enjoyed that, but they seem to have just dropped off. But anyway, nothing to do with anything. The foul demon begins to advance towards you. Do-do, 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 do-do. Hey, speaking of the Pink Panther, right? And I know I wasn't, but I feel like that was the music to it. Eddie Murphy has been cast as Inspector Clouseau in the new Pink Panther remake film. Eddie Murphy as Inspector Clouseau. Hey, where's this Pink Panther, man? Like, I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll see. I'm going to guess the Pink Panther is going to be a CGI character, you know? Right. That just came into my head, sorry. The demons advance towards you, raking the air with its talons, while sulfur steam rises from its mouth. Sulfur breath. Forget your aliens with acid blood. This has got sulfur breath. Like, what kind of mouth has sulfur coming out of it as steam? What kind of body makeup is this dude rocking to have sulfur smoke coming out of his steam, like, mouth? Although it is a powerful beast, you are fighting the demon on holy ground, so blows from your earthly weapon will affect it. And with a roar, the creature lunges at you. Let them fight. Eddie Murphy doesn't age, mate. Black don't crack. That's why. I'm telling you. He's to be honest, he's had a comeback, hasn't he? Ever since he did that film, based on a true story about somebody, I can't remember. He's had a right good comeback. We've had Coming to America 2. We've had a new Beverly Hills Cop. We've had all these films. So I'm hoping this isn't, you know, that sort of downfall that he had in the early 2000s, you know, when he started making stinkers like Dave and shit. Or other films where it was like, but I'm hoping that this is probably going to be good, because I like Eddie Murphy. You know, hilarious comedian, and then his films are ace. And in the 80s and the 90s, I feel like he rocked. Did they not learn their lesson after Steve Martin? What do you mean? What do you mean, Steve Martin? Nothing wrong with Steve Martin. Steve Martin has looked exactly the same for the last 30 years, 40 years. Like, he's always had white hair, you know. But Steve Martin's funny. I love watching the Murders in the Building. That's a good show, and there's a new series coming out. I can't wait to see it. But what do you mean, learn the lesson after Steve Martin? Spell syndrome, mate. You've got to explain yourself. Right, anyway, let's fight this demon. So this brimstone demon has a skill of 8 and a stamina of 9. So we are 4 plus this demon. So the demon has to reduce his dice roll by 4. And the 1s and 6s don't mean shit. So he rolled a 6, which means he's actually got a 2. We rolled a 10. He loses 8 points of stamina. He's down to 1 stamina. Boom! Just like that. I've also been watching Seinfeld, by the way. So if I go a little bit Kramer every now and again, you know why. Kapow! Before we start, are we doing the double one or double? I just said that, mate. I just literally, Greg. I said, yeah. When this timer reaches 30 minutes, that's when the double 1 and double 6 rule is in effect. This timer represents that we don't have that rule for the first 30 minutes of the book, just to make it a little bit more forever. Because we were getting nuked like 10 minutes into a book, you know, with a double 6 or a double 1, and it was just like, rah. So we all agreed, introduce the 30-minute rule, and hence that's kind of a little bit why. Do you know what? I should have started writing down the time of how long each book we took to die. I'll have to go back through all my videos and note the time we died. It says here, while you are fighting this hellspawn, you are affected by the sulfurous stench it emits from its mouth. So for the duration of this battle, you must reduce your attack strength by 1 point. Well, that means he's actually then got 2 stamina points, because if we have to go off an 11 roll instead of 12, well, it should tell you that before the battle. It tells you that after the battle as an after thing. So okay, so he's got a stamina of 2 now, not 1. Sorry, still low. Yeah, he's gonna be dead next. No soup for you today. What? Mate, I'm still waiting for the Steve Martin thing, mate. What spell singer would you mean? Anyway, okay. Here we go. If you destroy the demon, it says. If old Johnny is thinking everyone's going to die on the first page. It should say when you destroy the demon. But anyway, yeah. It don't matter. Okay. Boom. We rolled a 10. He rolled a 9. So he's got to reduce by 4. He's rolled a 5. He's dead. He's gone. He's dust. Gone to the other world. He's rocking the universe now as pure energy. Actually, I got a question for you guys. What do you honestly believe happens after you've croaked it? Like, when you croak it, what do you believe happens to you? You know? I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts, theories, you know, experiences, whatever the case may be. Let me know. Seinfeld, soup Nazi. Oh? Soup Nazi? Mate, Rhymester, what does that mean? Is Seinfeld like food for the Nazi soul or something? What? Hey? I like Seinfeld. I think it's funny. I think Steve Martin played the inspector. Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he played the inspector. He did a kind of Frank Drebin approach to the the role. We go to the angel realm, Yellow says. Well, you'll have to explain what the angel realm means, mate. I don't know what that means. If you've got pictures, please, you know, let us know. Monkey butts. Just throwing out random words now. I think I am literally on another planet myself. In a minute, I'll tell you what I believe. And I have experience in what I'll say. Facts. Okay. Having banished the demon, you are taken by the monks to the infirmary, where Brother Hugo does his best to heal your wounds. Restore up to 6 stamina points. Wow, we didn't lose any, so we're all good. When you've had a little time to recover, we have a little cup of tea, you know, a little bicky, dip it in, you know, hobnob it. The monks take you to see their abbot, and in his private chambers you meet Abbot Dunstan and the stern-faced Prior Alwyn. We all thank you for destroying the abomination, says the abbot, but I'm afraid that it will prove to have just been the beginning of our problems. The man who murdered Brother what? Guys? Brother Hieronymus? Who's that chick from Harry Potter? What's her name? That, you know, Emma Watson's character in Hermione, in it. Literally, that's what it said. Hieronymus. Yeah, okay, it's not the same. It's kind of the same, but it's not. Sorry, brother Pheromone. I can't believe the man who murdered the brother also stole a book, a very precious and very dangerous book. Well, as long as it's not the Book of the Dead, mate, we're all right. It is the Black Grimoire, a book of dark magic, he says. Its pages contain the darkest and most evil spells known to witchcraft. What the hell are you guys doing with it then? If it's that kind of book, are you protecting it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands? Or are you guys testing out a few things in the basement that you don't want anybody to know about? As the book is virtually indestructible, it was kept here at the Abbey. So that magic eraser, you know, when you write something and you go, oh, I made a mistake, get the old magic eraser on it, it won't work on this book. It's indestructible. You can't even use Tipp-Ex on it, you know. It was kept here at the Abbey on holy ground so that it could never again be used to cause ill. And now we can't bloody find it. You know, somebody's stolen it. I left it on the window next to the cherry pie and it's gone. And so is the cherry pie. You know, she was jailbait. Bloody hell, mate. You know what? I've just realised that people watching back don't actually get the chat. Even though I tick the box to say live chat replay, it never pops up. You know, because I always check the videos once they get turned into a VOD, you know, in case I need to, you know, blur anything out. But the chat never comes up. Me just saying she was jailbait doesn't even, there's no context there, like, for people rewatching. So if you don't watch live, guys, you could get lost in the conversation, you know. That's why it's good to watch it on the live day. The thief knew exactly where to find the book, so he must have been here before. Well, that was supposed to be us pointing that out, but the monk said that. And we say, do you have any idea who it was? We do, replies Prior Alwyn. Although it took us some time to remember, it is many years since we have seen him. His name is Nazek. He was a foundling at the Abbey here long ago, and so remained under our guardianship. However, he was always causing trouble, and was more interested in studying the dark ways than the path of goodness. Sounds like an Anakin type situation going on. Despite our best efforts to correct his behavior, by the age of 12, Nazak was experimenting with dark magic. Not black magic, like not those chocolates, black magic, dark magic. That's probably more, you know, milk chocolate magic, you know. It was not long after this that he disappeared on a night such as this. We are not sorry to see him go, because he was a right bloody wrong'un. But everyone assumed that he had perished in the storm. But tonight he came back. Thanks to you. What? We didn't do anything, mate. Abbot Dunstan says, concerned. You look at him in puzzlement. Such evil as Nazix cannot enter holy ground without invitation. And you invited him in. Well, I don't remember inviting a demon in, mate. You remember the incident. The abbot is right. Is he? You must help us recover the book, and we know where you should look for the thief, says the abbot. For the Grimoire, there is one spell more powerful and life-threatening than all the rest. This spell is one of unlocking. Unlocking what? The key to my heart. What it unlocks is the Demifrage. Okay? The Demifrage, guys. You know what that means. You have heard of this? No, we haven't, mate. What the hell's Demifrage? Is that even a word, mate? Demifrage? I think this is being pulled out of someone's backside, this word. Hey, mediate with Ram. Is that you, Ram Street? Have you changed your YouTube name? Are we dead yet? No, mate. We are badass. Skill of 12, stamina of 23. Demifrage. Let me just see what this means. A charge payable. Oh, that's demurrage. That's not the same. Yeah, it's not a legit word. It's made up word for the story, basically. The key to our chastity belt. Where was I? Nazak cannot enter Demifrage. You have heard of this. Seeing your recognition, the abbot continues. Yes, the legendary Casket of Shadows, the prison of the infernal beast. Last time this monster walked on Titan, hundreds died. Well, hundreds ain't too bad, because there's billions on the planet, mate. So, a few hundred. Centuries ago, the casket was locked away in the monastery at Clayberry, a village lying in the hills to the west. This was thought to be a safe place, but it may not be anymore, as we thought the book was out of harm's way until tonight.
We believe, Prior Alwyn says, that Nazek must intend to use the Grimoire to open the Demifrage. However, this ritual can only take place on the night of Sheikah's moon, in 4 nights' time. The Grimoire must be going westwards to find the casket, so that is the way you must go. Whoa, 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 wait. Hang on a sec, mate. Who says I'm going? You haven't even asked me. You're telling me. Cheeky MFs.
You will help us, the abbot asks pleadingly. Of course you will. The book's saying that. You guys ain't got a choice. You are responsible for the theft of the grimoire, so you must recover it. I mean, come on. What kind of con job are you guys running here in this monastery? I literally came in out of the shelter. The dude was with me. He went snooping. I didn't ask him to. He went snooping. He just happened to be with me when I knocked on the door. And now we're getting accused of chain linking this whole event of the demon coming in and taking a book. Like, we didn't ask for that stranger to go snooping and oh, I guess he was the demon, but steals the book and fucks off. Like, oh man, I don't get it, man. Why are we being forced to do something that they should do? Because they know more about it. Anyway. Besides, you have a score to settle with Nazek. Have we? We don't even know this Nazek. Why have we got a score to settle suddenly? There's not enough justification for the actions, you know? Okay. So that's the adventure, guys. We gotta go find some Nazek dude, some Nazi basically, and we gotta go get a book back. He's taken the book. We gotta get it back, and the monks, when they get back, they'll be on their PlayStation, and we'll give it to him and be a hero. It's Alec Guinness. Where?
Those aren't the droids you're looking for. He was a good friend. That's why I chopped his legs off. And his arms. Nazek can suck on it. Yeah, man. A few hundred chicken feet. A few hundred chicken... Yeah, chicken feet. A few hundred in a planet of billions. Mate, come on. You know what I mean? That's like a plane... Well, I suppose a plane crash, isn't it? It's still tragic. You know. You manage to get a little bit more rest before dawn, but as at daybreak, you prepare to leave the abbey. The storm has passed, and the sky remains overcast and ominous. The abbot tells you that the library is open to your use, and you may visit the herb garden if you need anything, in case there are any plants growing there which you think may be of use. You got any mushrooms and tomato plants, mate? However, he says, I cannot impress on you too greatly the need for haste in this matter. You have but 4 days to find Nazek and the book, but time isn't a factor that we have to track, so it can't be that crucial, you know? Bearing the abbot's words in mind, you decide what your first move will be. Guys, you get to decide now for the first time. Do you want to go to the library and study on some of the books? Go see if there's a fighting fantasy book in the library? Or do you want to visit the herb garden, get some wacky backy? Or shall we just leave this abbey straight away? First one in. Here we go. For medicinal purposes. Well, hang on, what? For medicinal purposes only, Nazek can suck on it? What kind of medicinal purpose is sucking on it, mate? I don't think I've ever tried that one. Here. Have a go on that. It's for medicinal purposes. Herb garden. Let's go to the herb garden. Let's go get some mushrooms. They're magic. Yeah. You are led by... I think I remember them too. You are led by Prior Alwyn through the abbey building and out into the monk's herb garden. Already bustly... but busily tending the plants under his care is a thick-set, bearded monk.
It's Brian Blessed!
This is Brother Treefor, says the prior. I'm sure he will help you select anything you consider necessary for your journey. Brother Treefor is a jolly man. It is Brian Blessed, isn't it? And so, I'm not going to do the voice because that'll soon irritate you guys. And soon puts you at ease. His voice is too powerful for mere mortal ears. You know, he can talk across continents. Brian Blessed can. Okay,
he's got a big voice.
You know. Jolly man, puts you at ease. Between you both, you come up with 3 plants that it might be wise to take with you. Garlic, a guaranteed protection against vampires. So are you going to come across any? Aromanth, a pungent, sweet-smelling herb used to guard against disease. And glebe balm, the leaves of the plant being used in many healing preparations. Unfortunately, though, here comes the twist, Brother Treefor can spare only one of these plants, as the herb garden was badly damaged in a storm, and many valuable plants were destroyed, making those that remain all that more precious. But, I mean, come on, mate, you're sending us off on this adventure mission. Surely you want us to have the best chance of survival, because if we fail, your little herb garden is gonna all go to shit. So just give us what you've got, mate. Just give us everything. Don't say, oh well, you can only choose one. Just give us all 3 if you've got it. You know, give us a chance. Dude's only saying that you can only choose one. Honestly, making those that remain all the more precious. Make a note of which one you would like, guys. What do you want? Do you want the vampire garlic? Do you want the aromanth, the sweet-smelling disease, you know, the anti-HIV drug? Or the glebe balm, which is used in many healing preparations? I don't know what that, Vaseline, I guess. I don't know. Don't know what that is. So you've got the garlic, the aromanth, and the glebe balm. Which one do you want? Gordon's alive! Yeah. Brother Hyman, I've just seen there. What the fuck? Does he have a Y-shaped stick? Yeah, it's right there. There's your Y-shaped stick. It's right here. There's one there. Garlic, right? We're having garlic. So in our backpack, we stink of garlic. They will smell us coming from miles away, basically. So you decide that the urgency of your mission means you cannot delay here any longer, so you prepare to leave the Abbey. No more books then. We don't get a chance to read the books. The abbot, Prior Alwyn, and a small group of brothers assemble in the yard of the Abbey to bid you farewell. May Chilla smile on your... May Chala? What is this? Black Panther? May Chilla smile on your wanderings, says Abbot Dunstan, and remember, all our blessings go with you. And as he speaks these words, you kind of get a good feeling in your body. You go, hey, I feel good. You know, feel good, yeah. Add 2 faith points to your score. Nice. That gives us 3. We're feeling good. Yeah. You got a bit of hope and security within you. The other pilgrims are already taking their leave of the brothers and continuing the pilgrimage to Hollow's Well. With a fresh stock of provisions and your sword at your side, let's go. You prepare to do the same. Same as what? Oh, there's other people. There's other people going on this pilgrimage, evidently. Don't know. Just as you were stepping through the gates of Rassan Abbey, and leaving the hospitality of the priests of Enkala behind you, a servant wearing the livery of some noble house rushes up to you.
Excuse me, he pants, but my mistress, Lady Atana of Ide, heard that you were staying here and wondered if such a skilled swordsman as yourself, and wondered if such a skilled swordman as yourself would consider accompanying her to Hollow's Well. My lady is all too well aware of the dangers of travelling, what with wild beasts and bandits on the road, and she feels the need of extra protection after last night's terrible storm, which she feels was not of natural origin. Your reputation goes before you. You have only been here one night, but already word of your presence has spread around the Abbey to other visitors. My mistress is prepared to pay for your services.
the servant adds with a look of hopeful expectation. The money may certainly prove useful later, and there is something to be said about safety in numbers. But you do not want your progress to be slowed in any way. Do you wish to go with Lady Etana to Hallowswell, or do you want to travel alone? Where shall we go, guys? We need a little sound ambience. Well, I need a cue to, like, I'll just put anything on, but I kind of need something, you know, to tell me where we are. Like, I don't know if we're in a forest or what, but we'll just go with that one. Sorry guys, I didn't have the sounds going. Sorry. Is that loud enough? Can you guys hear that? Is that good shit? I don't know. How about going with the lady of the night? Is that what you're saying, Spellsinger? Steve, is that what you're saying? You know, are we going with her? Lady Etana. I want to type that in Google and see what comes up. See what happens. Lady Etana. What's that? Why am I getting a message from Monzo? Because they robbed me of £1. That's why. Okay. Lady Etana. Lady Etana, and the images, and that's what you get. Lady Etana. I don't know what that means, but okay. Means nothing. Are we going with this girl? I don't know how old she is. Like, a lady kind of means, I guess, like an elderly lady. Hello, I'm Lady Etana. You know, don't think she's going to be, you know. She has good reception. There's no mobiles. Like, what does that mean? Girls for the win today. Let's go. Right, Eleanor says let's go. We're going with Lady Etana. Oh, God. I wonder if she's kind of like one of those Kardashian ladies, you know, all Botox and, you know, fake tan, you know, massive puckered lips, like a duck face. After waiting for an hour, yeah, she is. We've waited an hour. She's kept us waiting an hour, this Lady Etana. Lady Etana of Ide and her entourage. Fuck. We've got a right princess here, guys. Finally emerged from the Abbey's guest hall. Lady Etana herself is a middle-aged woman who has grown plump on years of fine living. She is dressed in clothes of the latest cut, and another sign of her wealth is her numerous ornate rings she wears on her plump fingers. She's sounding like Liberace to me. Lady Etana and her party of ladies in waiting, Lady Etana and her bitches, right, and bodyguards are all mounted on fine steeds. Her servants follow with her possessions on mules. It's a right caravan, this is. Honestly, we're not going in quiet, guys. We're going with the parades of Lady Etana. Honestly. She's got her girls, her bodyguards, her servants to carry everything she owns as she walks around. You know, one outfit for every room she walks in. You know what I mean? If all else fails, we can just use the lady as a meat shield. Bloody hell. Mate, you could use any one of her 50 entourages as a meat shield. Mental. There's also a horse saddled and ready for you to ride. So they carry a spare horse as well, in case she picks up any little boy she wants to groom. You mount and are soon on the road again. On the road again. I can't wait to get back on the road again. We're flying high with Lady Etana. Where are we at? Leaving Rassan Abbey behind you. The morning passes quickly as Lady Etana is very chatty, you know. One of them, to say the least. As your journey progresses, you discover that she's been a widow for 6 years. I have an interesting story about a widow from work. I'll tell you in a sec. I'm supposed to tell you something else as well. I forgot. She decided to make the pilgrimage from her manor at Ide to see whether the healing waters of Hallows Well could relive the discomfort she suffers in her aching joints. Well, I'll tell you, love, one way your aching joints will heal is, how about don't eat so much fine food? You know, drop a few pounds and your joints won't ache, you know. Or take off a few rings and you'll probably drop a few pounds of weight. Soon the road is joined by another from the south and enters an area of woodland. We're in the forest, guys. We're in the forest. You pass other travelers heading in the same direction as your group, but soon lose sight of them as you continue heading west. You become aware of a rustling sound in the trees to your left. It's there, in the trees. It's the predator in it. Do you want to stop for this rustling in the trees? Or do you want to keep riding just and pretend nothing's happened? What do you want to do, guys? Oh, Atana. Yeah, I'm with you now. Sorry, mate. Yeah, Rhymes. Right, I get you now. Catching up. Sorry, mate. Atana. Yeah, her good reception. I'm with you now. Send in Lady Atana first. Hey, did you hear that monkey? Marcel. Send in the meat shield. Sounds like something else that does. Gotta be careful. I gotta watch me what I say here. There's a lady present. There's a woman here. I gotta be careful what I say. Don't want it to seem like something weird. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was at work yesterday, and I was having to do all the ticketing, and this woman came up and she said, "I want to put in." Like, I'm revamping my whole house. I've done the spare bedroom, I'm doing the living room and my bedroom, and I basically need everything. Furniture, carpets, bed, lighting, and that's what she mainly was upstairs looking at, the lighting. And, like, obviously, you know, to help her, I need to know more information. So I was asking her loads of questions. Turns out, she's a divorcee because her husband was a cheating bastard. And she's divorced him, which took like 2 years, which I can relate to because I got divorced like earlier this year. And honestly, she seemed very happy, very, you know, over it now. And she's got like a 3 or 4 year old son. And I don't think she'd appreciate me talking about her. Like, I'm not going to say anything else about her, but like, yeah, it was just an interesting conversation, that's all, you know. And it was great to see somebody who had gone through the dark tunnel of divorce, you know, and come out happier and lighter on the other side. That's what I'm, you know, really mentioning it for, is because, yeah, no need to censor yourself on my account. Yeah, but there's certain things like, I don't know. I don't know if you're like, if this is the first time you've ever watched as Eleanor, right? But I gotta say, this is a very, like, again, I don't think we've ever had a lady in the chat. I gotta say this, right? So it's a very boys club, okay? Which means innuendo city, okay? I don't want to offend anybody. So you can say the wrong thing and suddenly, you know, report to a YouTube, you know, whatever is in effect. So, yeah. Anyway. What are we doing, guys? Are we listening to the rustling in the trees? Or are we going to just ignore it and carry on? There's a minstrel playing as well. There's a panpipe. Yeah, whatever happened to that? Don't know whatever happened to that. When Antana got married, the ceremony wasn't good, but the reception was great. Carry on, Yellow says. Right, okay, let's pretend not to have noticed it. Like, I don't hear anything. I don't know. You hear a sharp twang and cry out in pain as a crossbow bolt embeds itself in your arm. Lose 2 points of stamina. So we're down to 21. Not too bad. In a moment, the whole party is surrounded by men swathed in dark robes. Ninjas. You spin around to see one of the brigands running at you with his sword shortly drawn. Well, it's supposed to be short sword drawn, but said it wrong. So he's got a skill. We got to fight him, by the way. He's got a skill of 7 and a stamina of 7. So this is going to be a quick death. We are literally, what, 5 ahead? 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 5. I was right the first. Yeah. Remove the bolt from our arm and insert it in the nearest ninja. Exactly. He has to reduce 5 from his dice roll. But double 1 and double 6 is in effect now, guys. We could still end up dying. Holy moly! We have nuked. There is no point in carrying on anything. We've rolled a double 6. I think that's the first time we've ever done that. He is instantly dead. Like, that's it. Done. No matter anything else. Boo? But what, you want us to die? Mate, hang on here. Come on, Spellsinger. Are you on our side? What's going on? Like, yeah, we defeated him. He is dead. He is dead. His grandchildren are dead. His great-granny's gone. We absolutely, completely annihilated him. Having dispatched your opponent, you were confronted by a tall man on horseback wearing a long black cloak, and you're startled to see that under his hood, his face is covered by an iron mask. It's Dr. Doom! It's Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom! He's got an iron mask on. Honestly. A gauntlet-clad hand pulls a fine sword from its scabbard. This doesn't sound good to me, by the way. We're fighting Robert Downey Jr. from the new Marvel upcoming film. The sword, I'm going to have to put that in the title now. The sword glows with a faint blue light. It's a lightsaber. Universe crossover. Marvel and Star Wars. You heard it here first, guys. They predicted it. A faint blue light as it cuts through the air towards you. We have to fight this masked brigade. Another fight. We have to fight this masked brigade. Right. Or brigand. So he's got a skill of 11. So he only has to -1 off his score. And he's got a stamina of 12. Honestly, Johnny Boy here really puts you through the ringer. If we had a skill of 7, 8, 9... I don't think we'd last that long. We'd be dead, you know. Honestly. So he has to... It says here, and after 2 attack rounds, we have to go to another page as well. So here we go. Here's the fights. Ooh. We got a 10. He's got a 9, which becomes an 8. We got a 10. He loses 2 points. He's on 10 now. So... And then after this attack round, we have to go to a different page. So I don't really know what the point of this is, because you'll never get to kill him. Boom. He rolled an 8, which becomes a 7, which is exactly what we rolled. Nothing happens. And it says after 2 attack rounds, turn to this page. So fight's over, I guess. The men who attacked you suddenly give up the fight and flee back into the trees. The masked stranger galloping after them. Do you want to give chase into the undergrowth, or do you not want to give chase into the undergrowth? What do you want to do, guys? Do you want to fly after them, or just leave them to it? That's the coffee done with the mushroom stuff inside, you know. Oh, rip Hulk Hogan, yeah. Let's be Hulk Hogan with the famous running leg drop. Okay, we're running after him. Give chase. You run off. Trip over a twig, twist your leg, break your neck, your adventure's over. You urge your horse forward. Yeah!
into the dense woodland to catch your quarry. Test your luck. Well, we got a luck of 8, so I feel like it's gonna be lucky. 7 is lucky. Oh, now we're down to 7 as well. Chased after those sluts. Yeah, these robed people here. Right. Okay, so we were lucky. I could be so lucky. Lucky. Just in time, you hear the swish of a branch springing back into a position across your path. You duck, and the branch harmlessly flies over your head. You press on into the thicket, but soon you have lost all trace of the brigand's escape through the wood. Too late. You discover that you have ridden into a thorn bush. You are... your horse flanks are bleeding from the many sore scratches, and your own legs are cut. Lose 1 stamina point. We've still got 20. We're still good. What did that say? Oh, what did that look like just then? So you turn back to the road, and that is that. Fortunately, no one in the party is badly hurt. The worst injuries being a knock on the head and a large sword gash among the bodyguards. Lady Atana cannot thank you enough. We're all indebted, like, to your saving us, you know what I mean, like, for our lives and that. But you were so brave, you know, and dealt with us as robbers as they deserved, like, you know what I mean. Say, sadly, though, they managed to get away, all right, with my jewellery box. Bastards. Took me jewellery box with Pandora bracelets inside. Is gone. They shouldn't be able to open it, though, as it was carved from wood from the Magic Protection Forester Lane, like, you know. But it was given to me by my late husband. God rest his soul. He was 95 years of age when he died. And, yeah. If you should ever, by any chance, though, see it, find it, recover it, you can have what's inside my box, all right? It's yours. It is the least I can give you for saving my life. I can live another day, you know what I mean? Go get, you know, treatments at the salons now, you know? But if you could return the box, I'd be most grateful. Oh, forget it, old lady. Lady Atana takes from round her neck, a chain on which hangs a silver key. She hands both the key and the chain to you, and you see that the number 252 is engraved on the key. Lady Atana tells you that this was the year of her wedding. 252. Hang on a second here. The fuck are you? What year are we living in? If it's 252 when she got married, which was probably 2 weeks ago, you know, to be honest. You thank her, and when all is ready, you continue on your adventure. So we got a key. I'm not going to put it in our backpack because we can put that in our pocket. 252, whatever that means. I don't know, man. 5 delicious bananas and crisp sandwiches. How many meals? Yeah, we've got 5. 5 gold rings. We've only got 5 meals, so we got to use them well, guys. All right. By the late afternoon, the road is descending out of the wood towards the River Sanct, and on the other side, the shrine town of Hallows Well is clearly visible. A mixture of timber and stone houses. So we're out of the forest now. That's done. Let's. No, we're not. We're not by a campfire, mate. The fuck. We're out. Yeah, let's go to the swamp. We're out of the forest, I think. Like, doesn't sound like it. I've lost my place. A mixture of timber and stone houses competing for space within the confines of the old town wall. Your party crosses the wide stone bridge that spans the Sanct and enters the town by the eastern Pilgrim's Gate. There, this city's got its own Pilgrim's entrance. The narrow street leads into the market square, which is packed with people. Lady Etana tells you that she's heading for the Pilgrim's Rest, where she and her entourage are going to stay for one night. You are welcome to go with them if you so desire. Do you want to go with Lady Etana and her entourage, or do you now prefer to press on by yourself? What shall we do, guys? I feel like we're actually in a city type of place. What shall we do? Should we rock it up with Lady Etana? Maybe join the orgy of people she's got with her? Or shall we just go, yeah, see you, love. Thanks for the key. And then leave her. Best hang out with Etana. She is hot. We haven't seen what she looks like, mate. She could be bloody Susan Boyle looking, for all we know. You know? I mean, hot looks are all in the eye of the beholder, innit? So, we're going to go with her. Okay. Man, these glasses. There's a picture. The Pilgrim's Rest. Look at that. There's a sign advertising the Pilgrim's Rest. It's ladies' night, oh what a night. Yes, it's ladies' time, and the time is right. Ladies' night, oh what a night. Dusk falls, and turning down a crowded back street, you come to a 3-story stone building with a painted sign hanging outside declaring that this is indeed the Pilgrim's Rest. The sign itself is an excellent work of art. It shows a pilgrim carrying a scrip and leaning on a staff, passing a milestone pointing to Hallows Well. Great. You pass underneath it to the courtyard of the hostelry. There, ostlers lead your horses to the stables while your party make its way into the inn. Few bevies, guys. We're going to have a few bevies, I reckon. The interior of the inn is one of the traditional oak beams and whitewashed walls. Tables are set out round the bar room with a large fireplace in the far wall. A few customers are dotted about, sitting by themselves, and a large group of well-to-do pilgrims is huddled together in front of the fireplace. Lady Etana thanks you again and hands you a purse containing your fee of 10 gold pieces. Thank you, my lady. We got 17 GPs now, guys. That's not like GPs is in a doctor's surgery, you know. That's GPs is in gold pieces. Money. She goes over to the group, inviting you to join them, while her entourage go upstairs to prepare her quarters and your room. She's paying for a room as well. Do you want to join the group of pilgrims for a few bevies, or go by yourself at the bar to get some ale, or leave the bar and head up to your bedroom for the night? What shall we do, guys? Rooster say cock-a-doodle-doo, Antenna says any cock will do. Another wrong with Subo. So what should we do? Should we retire to our bedroom for the night? Should we go sit at the bar for a bevy? Or shall we go join the group of people, the pilgrims, and have a drink with them? What shall we do? Let's get some cocktails. Yeah, but where? Where are we going? At the bar by ourselves, or to the group with somebody, with the others? What are we doing? What's the crack, Jack? Need some water. Drinking so much, man. I'm gonna need a piss in a minute. Go with the others. Okay. We're gonna sit down with the pilgrims, chat some shit, drink some ale, maybe end up betting some money, probably. The pilgrims are having a storytelling competition, and at the moment are in fits of laughter as a rather gaunt-looking man is just concluding a lewd tale about a blacksmith.
and that was the biggest metal stick I'd ever seen.
His story is over. The group invites you to join in the competition. We've got some stories. I tell you what, mate, we've got some stories. If you can win it, there are 6 gold pieces up for grabs. Do you want to enter their competition, or will you retire to your room? Ask Lady Atana if she wants a nightcap or a cap in her night. What shall we do? Should we start blabbing some bullshit, or should we go to bed? I reckon we could win this competition story. We tell them all about Earth, it'll blow their mind. You know, nobody can beat that story. The most boring day on Earth is like the most interesting day on Titan. Blab, yeah. Competition time. Let's do it. 6 gold pieces we could win here if our bullshit is good enough. Do you reckon our bullshit's good enough, guys? Before it is your turn, a grey-haired pilgrim recites his tale. He relates the legend of the Griffin warrior priest, servant of the sword-bearer, telling how the protector slew the demon, Akrogog and his blessed blade, Deliverer, and how he cut out the canker growing in Arwen's Hill. He recounts the legend with such expertise that you will have to draw on all your reserves to even beat him. Test your skill, adding 2 to the dice roll. So we're testing against our skill. Well, if it weren't for the adding the 2, we would have won every single time. But the fact that you get to add 2 to the dice roll actually means that it could go over our 12. So, but unlikely. So we rolled an 8. It's a 10. It's below our 12. We were skillful in that one. So we succeeded in this story, I'm guessing. Or we end up looking like a right show-off. One of the two. You narrate a tale of heroic knights and a quest for honor and kingly treasures. Should have seen them. I slayed them all, right? I had 5 of them, all on me. And I said, nah. And they just flicked them and they blew away, right? It was like, nah, it was completed it, mate. You have your audience enthralled, and when you finish, you're given a great round of applause. Conquering hero. Basically, yeah, exactly. Everyone agrees that your bullshit is the best, and the prize money is handed to you. 6 gold pieces! Dude, we're just falling in money, honestly. We have now got 23 gold pieces. Well, we started with 7. Money just finds us, you know? We're good bullshitters, basically, isn't it? Oh, this is outnumbered. I thought it said in between then. In a jovial mood, you retire to your bedroom. I mean, that was a pretty good night's, you know, bit of work there, I feel. We made some money. Now time for the honey, you know. A landlord gives you the key to your room, and following his directions, you make your way upstairs. Here we go. This is where we go in somebody else's room, and it's some old lady who wouldn't let us leave. Oh, no, you can stay the night. The room is sparsely furnished, but a roaring fire has already been lit. So, here we go. And on a table in front of it, a roast chicken stands ready for consumption. Nice. Chicken for dinner. All courtesy of Lady Atana. Cheers, love. When you have eaten your fill, you settle down for the night. Doesn't give us any energy though, does it? The inn sign below your sign swings gently in the breeze. Its faint creaking lulling you to sleep. Roll 1 die. In our bed is Lady Atana dressed as Wonder Woman. Imagine that. Yeah, oh, bloody hell, man. We won't be getting any sleep tonight. We rolled a 2. What does that mean? Is the result equal to or less than your faith score? It's less than the faith score. Is that good or bad? Equal to or less than. I don't know, man. Don't know if that's a good result or a bad result. You are asleep. You're in a dream. You're on the road to Hallows Well again. In the dream, I'm guessing. In front of you stands the pilgrim from the inn sign. Don't worry, he says. I know of your quest and I'm here to offer you help. In it, bruv. The way ahead is a dark road and there are many who would see you fail. He hands you his staff. Take this. It may protect you from danger. The image fades and the rest of the night passes peacefully. In the morning, you wake up refreshed. 2 points of stamina gets to come back. So we're on 22 now. Bloody thunder and lightning outside. But you were surprised to find a staff lying on the end of your bed. We Freddy Kruegered this. We've brought from our dream the staff. Honestly, here's the staff. That's what it looks like. That's the staff. The staff of Chopstick. So now we've got a staff and a sword. Okay, not a staff as in a staff member of the inn, sitting on the end of our bed like. Hey, Tony's in the house. You're so good with all your voices. Thank you, mate. Welcome in, Tony, mate. We a tet cockadoodle do time for okay. So we got the staff. He's on the end of our bed. We pulled it in from our dream, basically. Remembering your dream, you pick up the staff and immediately sense the aura of goodness surrounding it. You shall not pass! It's in your hands, right? Pilgrim staff, make a note of it on your adventure sheet. Well, a staff can't go in your backpack, so that doesn't go in the backpack either. We only have a garlic in our backpack, by the way. So we've got 6 other places to fill. And add 2 points to your faith score as well. Look at that. So we're up to 5 faith. Dead-eye man. So as you leave the inn, you look up at the sign and see the pilgrim with his scribe. Scrip. There's no B. On the road to Hallows Well, but he no longer carries a staff. So what, we stole it? We slept walk and stole this dude's staff as we dreamt about it? That's basically what's gonna go down. You've got my staff. I picked this up in a dream, mate. I dreamt about it and suddenly it was in my room. You know what I mean? It's our staff now, son. Yeah, prove it, mate. Prove it. Show me the video footage. Oh, video doesn't exist on this planet, so you're out of luck. The market square. What? Market square. So we're outside Market Square. It's full of stalls with traders selling everything from needle and thread. Hang on a sec. Did I get that right? I feel like... No, that's correct. Yeah. Weird sort of start. So we wake up, we go to the market square, I guess. With full of stalls of traders selling everything from needle and thread to a saddle and harness. It is likely that you will find something useful for sale here. Several ale houses are also situated at the edges of the square. The healing well is at the top of the hill to the north, and streets lead out. I feel like, no, this can't be legit, is it? Because I feel like surely we would have checked in with Lady Atana in the morning, you know? Or something else. Like the fact that it's just saying market stall now, it's like, I don't feel that's legit. Let me just go find where we were, because I kind of feel like may have but he no longer carries the staff. That is it. I am reading the correct one. That's weird. It's a Y-shaped stick. The healing well is at the top of the hill to the north, and streets lead out of the square to the south and west. What do you want to do? Do you want to look at the stalls, make your way to the healing well, go visit a pub, or leave the market square by going west, or leave the market square by going south? Which kind of sounds like we're leaving this lady at Santa now. Even though we've decided to stick with her, we're leaving her. Like, thanks for the money, bitch. Bye. So what should we do? Okay, I'm going to break this down first off. Do you want to leave the market square, or do you want to stay in the market square? That's your first decision to make. So, and the fact that people are saying go to look at the stalls, I'm going to say that that is staying in the marketplace. So, and the fact is that okay, we'll go with that one then. Go look at the stalls. Okay. The market stalls. Market stalls. Also, all the stalls you would expect to find in a market are here, but your attention is drawn to one displaying relics for sale. Do you want to take a closer look at the relics for sale stall, or would you rather keep on looking around the market? What do you reckon, guys? Look at my stalls, my good man. I've stalled it. Check out sexual relics. But our luck, mate, it'll turn out to be an Annabelle doll, you know? The relics, yeah? Let's go see relics for sale. Take a closer look. Rectums for sale. Let's go. As you approach the stall, the vendor rubs his hands together greedily. I mean, come on. We walk up and he's like, I mean, yeah, this is going to be a trusted man we're about to speak to. And under his hood, you see pointed ears. He's an elf, by the way. The half-elf welcomes you and eagerly explains what relics he has for sale. In this casket, he says, pointing to an ornate reliquary. Making up so many words here, mate. Rest the bones of a sage from the cloud-capped mountains. Many sought his advice, and his wisdom may be imparted to you through his remains. So it's an Annabelle doll, basically. The man holds up a tapestry embroidered with threads of all colors, including silver and gold, LBGTQ, you know. It depicts a group of pilgrims undergoing many trials on their journey to a sacred shrine. This was made by a wife and daughter to celebrate the husband's perilous but ultimately successful pilgrimage to the shrine of Achilla at the edge of Lake Libra in Anoland. He also points out a bottle containing the blood of a priest, the small pocket-sized portrait of a bishop, a fragment of the shroud of Aline the Innocent, which looks suspiciously like a piece of linen, and a yellow topaz pendant. I feel like this guy's doing a con job on us, you know? Or it could be Spock. Yeah, that's true. Could be. It's illogical. After you have thought about what you want, you can go buy some of this guy's shit. So we can buy sages. I'm just gonna hold it up, guys. Right, I'm gonna hold up this book for like 20 seconds. You need to write down how much it costs and what shit it is. I'll read it out as well, and then we're gonna decide what we're gonna buy. Okay, so here you are. So, Sage's Bones, 20 gold pieces. Anoland Tapestry, 15 gold pieces. Priest's Blood, 8 gold pieces. Bishop's Portrait, 6 gold pieces. Shroud, 3 gold pieces. topaz pendant, 12 gold pieces. Okay, we have got 23 gold pieces in total, so we pretty much can buy anything here. What do you want to buy? If everybody puts down one option that you want to buy, I reckon there'll be a couple to be able to choose from. So everybody write down one of the items that I just showed, and we'll see where we are from there, and we'll take it from there. I have a feeling the priest blood or the relic would be worth buying. What if the priest had bloody... No, I'm not going to say that actually. I mean, what if the priest had a bloody venereal disease? You know, you don't want to end up drinking that shit. So that's 2 for priest's blood. Bloody hell. The shroud. Give it a minute. What's up with this? It's not looking good. Right, so priest's blood is 8 gold pieces. That's going to take us down to 15 if we buy it. Is that what you want to buy, guys? Some priest's blood? Kind of feel like we could have got that free back at the monastery. You guys want the priest's blood? We could also buy the shroud for 3 gold pieces. So I guess we might as well if no one's offering up anything else. Guys, refresh your screens as well. Just refresh the stream so you'll catch up, because you can easily fall behind, you know. Right, priest's blood. We're buying priest's blood. Seems a bit grim. Priest's blood, and that costs us 8 gold pieces, so we're down to 15. So, is there anything else that you want to buy from that list? We can buy the tapestry, the bishop's portrait, a shroud, or the pendant. And I'm just going to read what the priest's blood does. While you guys decide if you want to buy anything else. Unnervingly, you find that the bottle is slightly warm, and you wonder how fresh the blood it contains is. He's just done it in the back himself, innit? It's not priest's blood, it's bloody his blood. How much for the pendant? 12 gold pieces, mate. You can afford either the pendant, the shroud, the portrait, or the tapestry. Unfortunately, we ain't got enough money for the sage's bones. So the topaz, that's 2 people there talked about the topaz. Do you want to buy the topaz, guys? 12 gold pieces, it'll leave us with 3 gold pieces. You wouldn't mind a pendant. Independent? Or a dependent? I wouldn't mind dependent, man. So we going with it then? We go with the pendant, guys? Yeah? Okay. So we're buying the pendant. That's 12 gold pieces. We got 3 left. And we've got a topaz. That's going to fall off. Topaz pendant. Okay, so the topaz pendant is... The topaz glints in the sunlight, and as you place the pendant round your neck, suddenly you feel particularly confident. You are wearing an amulet of bravery, which means that before the next 2 battles you fight, you may increase your attack strength by 1. Wow! Our amulet of bravery. So that's going to go in our backpack. Oh no, it already is in our backpack. So yeah, the amulet of bravery, that before the next 2 battles. Why just the next 2? Why does it wear out? That's weird. No, I'm sorry, we're not having that. As the games master, I'm saying that for any battle. Because why would it just suddenly wear off? If it's got power, it's got power. It ain't got a battery in it. You know what I mean? Oh, it's only going to last a day, mate. So, I will say for every battle, for the first 2 attack rounds. That's what I'll say. Okay? Not just the next 2 battles. So for every battle we fight, for the first 2 rounds, we get to increase our attack strength by 1 point, which means we're on 13, so we're pretty badass. It also says restore a luck point, so we're back up to 8 now. Okay? Does everybody get the, you know what I mean? Oh. Do you know what, guys? I need a piss, by the way. I'm dying for a wee, so if you don't mind, I'm just going to say I'll be right back. Now is the oh shit. Now is the time to go make a coffee, go do what you got to do, because I need a wee. And I'm sorry, but drinking too many fluids here, and I'm going to wet myself. So I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Drinking so much bloody fluids here. Bladder's not holding up. I'm very sorry. Wait, where was we here? Is Wargaming Dad... I'm checking out Adam's vinyl. The vinyl is... you can't see the vinyl, mate. They're not vinyls, by the way. They're laser discs. They're all films on the top shelf. The vinyl is this section here that you can't actually see. That's the vinyl there. And down here as well. But you can't actually see it because I'm covering it. So yeah, mediate with RAM. I've got to go. Oh, hang on, I've missed loads actually. Sorry, I've scrolled. We've gone past. So it all depends on the pendant. Would we not simply wear the amulet? Well, no, because it's a pendant. I mean, yeah, it might have a chain, but it doesn't say that it's like. It says a pendant, but only pendants don't necessarily have a chain on them to wear. So I'll just put it in the thing. Ellen, I need to get going. Thanks for the adventure. Thank you for watching. Checking out my vinyls. Wargaming Dad's not with us today. Yeah, he was here. Oh, yeah, what happened to Wargaming Dad? Mediate with Ram's got to go as well. Ooh, hello. There we go. Are you Eleanor's partner? See y'all next time trying not to get killed. Well, yeah, fingers crossed, like, you know what I mean? Appears to be a Odeon cup with fungus growing out of it. Actually, flower. Yeah, that is an Odeon cup. You're absolutely right. Because I used to work at the Odeon. Well, I used to work at the Empire, which was the old Odeon. So anyway, Wargaming Dad was here, but he's not now. 2 minutes 35 seconds P. Bloody hell, I got timed on my piss there. Bloody hell, Tony. Hey, time is money. Come on, boy. Sorry for taking so long. That included the time it took to eat the pizza. Oh, pizza, man. I wish I could have pizza for dinner. I don't even know what I've got for dinner, actually. What am I having for dinner tonight? Probably baked potato. Oh, no. Curry. Curry for dinner. Right, where are we? What are we doing? When you have finished at the stall, you continue to make your way around the market. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get it done. The next stall is owned by a falconer who at present is involved in selling an eagle to a visiting noble. If you are interested in purchasing a hawk, we can do that, or if not, you move on to see what the next vendor has to offer. Do you guys want to... hey, Michael's in the house. How's it going, Captain Michael? No worries, mate. We're still alive. An hour and 20 minutes in, we're still alive. Do you guys want to go see about purchasing a hawk? Or, like, what's the scoop? Should we go to see the next vendor? Should we purchase a hawk? What's up? Need to trim the old beard here. It's getting a bit too long. More than 3 shakes is considered a tug. What the fuck? What's that all about? Hawk sounds awesome, yeah? Alright, let's go see about a hawk. Purchasing a hawk. When the falconer is finished dealing with the noble, he explains that you can buy a trained falcon and a protective leather gauntlet for 15 gold pieces. We've only got 3, so we can't afford it. So, yeah, unfortunately we can't. So, you go around the market. So we continue on looking at the stalls. A godly painted sign over the next stall reads Hemlock and Hogweed. And there's a picture, guys. Hemlock and Hogweed. Hello, I'm Hemlock and Hogweed. How you doing? Apothecaries. They got a apothecary table there. If it'll focus. There we go. Why is this camera so much trouble trying to focus on a bloody... There we go. Sell our body. Maybe we'll only get a penny for it. The stall itself is crammed with bunches of herbs, jars and bowls and a set of brass weighing scales. 2 men are standing behind their wares with sickly smiles on their faces. The first is piggy looking with beady little eyes. His companion is tall and thin with a deathly appearance. Hogweed, my dear chap. I do believe we have a customer, says the tall man, who you assume is Hemlock. Do you want to see what Hemlock and Hogweed have to offer, or do you want to continue on? What shall we do? What shall we do? Let's see what the hogweed guy has. Okay, show us what you've got, mate. You discover that bunches of common herbs cost 1 gold piece each, whereas bunches of rarer herbs cost 3 gold pieces each. The apothecaries also offer their own healing infusion for only 2 gold pieces. This, they claim, cures all maladies and ages.
We also do teeth pulling and minor amputations.
Hemlock adds cheerfully. Right, so do you want to go for the common shit for 1 gold piece each, or the rarer shit for 3 gold pieces? We have 3 gold pieces, so we can buy anything on their table, but we only can buy like 1 of the rare stuff or 1 of the healing infusions, or we can buy 3 of the cheap shit. So do you want to go for the common herbs, the rarer herbs, or a healing infusion? The rare shit, Spellsinger says. So let's look at the rarer herbs. What rare shit have you got, mate? And have you been having any of it yourself? Rarer herbs on offer include phoenix grass, a red and orange coloured herb from far Analand, tagrin to ward off contagion, and spriteweed to enhance magical performance. That's a blue pill if I've ever heard of one. You may buy as many bunches of herbs as you like at 3 gold pieces a bunch. So what do you want to buy? Spriteweed, tagrin, or phoenix grass? That's the one. We can only buy 1. We leave the common herbs for the peasants. The rare shit is the good shit. Yeah, the peasants can have the common stuff, you know. What do you want, guys? Phoenix grass, tagrin, or spriteweed? I feel like spriteweed is the good shit. But it's up to you guys. We can only buy 1, sadly, and then we'll have no money. Don't hold back, guys, thinking you're going to nuke us, you know. It's anybody's business here. Sprite, yeah? Okay. Spriteweed is going in the backpack. It enhances magical performance. Okay. So that's what we've got now, and we can't purchase anything else. So when you're ready to go buy common herbs, when you turn to purchase healing, if you want neither, yep. So we bought everything we can. There is nothing of else interest to you, but you haven't got any money anyway. So you can either leave the market square. Sorry, you are leaving the market square, and you can either head off west or south. What shall we do? What about sexual performance? I mean, who knows? Who knows? Probably turns our staff into a sword. Do you want to head west or south, guys? We're leaving the market square now. That's it. We're done. We're finished in the market. South, unless someone else knows better. Well, that's where we're going, south. Yeah, actually, I haven't asked that. Has anybody ever played this book? Is this anybody's, like, who's got this book? Has anybody in the chat got it or played it? Leaving the bustling market, you walk past all kinds of shops and houses. Passing by an alleyway, you notice a figure, covered from head to foot in rags, lying face down in the shadows. It could either be just a drunk or someone in genuine distress who has possibly been robbed. Do you want to help the person, or will you hurry past? South is downhill. You've never read this one. It's new to you. To be honest, I think this is a really good one. I think this is pretty decent so far. Like, it's all good shit. Rhymesters read it twice in 1996. Robbed them further. Is that you wanting to help the person there? Well, no, it doesn't sound like you're helping him. If you're robbing him. Are we helping this guy, or are we just going to walk past and go there? He's got his own issues. We'll leave him to it. I'd like books with markets. I do like books with markets. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that it contains a market to buy stuff at. Pretty cool. Michael says help him. Right, let's go. Let's help this person. As you approach, the figure remains perfectly still. You turn the body over and are shocked to see that the man's face is covered in red, inflamed blotches, as are his hands. Fucking leprosy. The man slowly opens his eyes and says,
Stranger, if you're going to rob me, I cannot stop you, but you will be forever cursed, for I have the plague.
We should be indoors then, mate, not just out in the street giving it to everybody. Do you still want to help the man by giving him one of your meals, or do you want to just go? Just fucking leave it. Plague boy. I write the date, I read them on the sheet. Cool. That's a good idea, that is. Do we want to help? Do we want to give this plague boy a meal, or do we want to just leave it? What's the score? He's got the plague. Is that a locust I see on you? Better leave him. Don't want the plague. Yeah, exactly. See you later, alligator. Maybe you don't start with that next time. Don't tell people and you might get more help. Leaving the man behind, you follow the street as it opens into a small square where all manner of entertainers, jugglers, fire eaters are putting on a show for the crowds. At one corner of the square, you notice that a rather drab-looking tent, patched in many places, has been erected. Beside the tent, a faded painted sign informs you that the next puppet show will begin in just a few minutes, and the entrance fee is a gold piece. Unfortunately, we ain't got no money, honey. So we're going to have to make our way towards the south gate. We can't watch the puppet show. Probably just a Punch and Judy puppet show. You know what's going to happen in that. Have you spoken to the man from Aril? Guys, have we spoken to the man from Aril? Give him a kiss using tongues. Fucking hell. Honestly, mate. Ah.
Give us a kiss.
Slip me some tongue, mate. Give us that plaguiness on your tongue. Knob rot. It was probably the sick guy we left behind. We did leave the sick guy behind. You're absolutely right, mate. Oh, man. Right, what shall we do? Have we spoken to the man from Aril? Oh, that's what you were saying. The sick guy. He didn't really say where he was from, did he? Did we? I honestly don't know what the man from Aril, A-R-Y-L-L. I think we have, but I don't know. And I'm going to guess, because no one else has said so, that you guys don't know. Shall we say we've spoken to the man from Aril or not? Yes? Okay. Let's just say yeah. I hope it's not like, well, he told you to turn to a page. Otherwise, we're fucked. As you leave the entertainer square, you pass a man sitting cross-legged on the ground beside the road. He is wearing a cloak. his face hidden by the hood, and perched on one shoulder is a black rat. Like, what? Oh, Ratigan, oh, Ratigan. The man is playing the pipes, and some passers-by have thrown coins into a basket in front of him. And as you walk past the piper, the tune he is playing suddenly changes, and your head begins to spin. The music is having an hypnotic effect on you. Test your skill. Well, we got a skill of 12, so we'll always be successful. We can never fail unless it asks us to add to the dice roll, which it hasn't done, so we are successful on that. By pure strength of will, you break the mesmerizing power of the music, and you approach the piper, but the man jumps to his feet, and the rat leaps from his shoulder straight at you. Roll 2 dice. We're testing for our luck, which is 8. We rolled a 10. That's not lucky. We get down to 7. And unfortunately, we are unlucky. Shit. This is where we get the plague. The rat gives us the bloody plague, doesn't it? The rat sinks its teeth into your arm. Lose 2 stamina points. We're down to 20. And record rat bite on your adventure sheet. Shit. What does that mean? I mean, it can't be deathly, otherwise the dude wouldn't be having rats perched on his shoulder if it's like a... We've got a skill of 12. That's absolutely right, mate. That's absolutely right. And we've got a stamina of 23 initial. Like, unbelievable what we rolled today. You drag the piper's pet off you and crush it under your foot. The man hisses with anger and, dropping the charmed pipes, pulls out a dagger from a sheath on his belt. As he runs at you, you can see the fury in his eyes. He doesn't know who he's messing with. Glaring from under the hood and his rat-like features, you draw your sword to defend yourself. Now, for the first 2 rounds, we have a skill of 13. For the first 2 rounds only, because we're wearing a magical topaz pendant that has given us this magical power. So he has a skill of 8 and a stamina of 7. We've got 13 for this round. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He has to minus 5 off his dice roll. So we've rolled a 6. He's rolled an 8. He has now got a 3, right? And we rolled a 6, 3. So he loses 3 points of stamina. He's on 4. So for this next round, he has to minus 5. But every round thereafter, he only has to minus 4. So we've rolled a 6. He's rolled a 7. He has to minus 5, which is 2. 2 and 6. He loses 4. He's dead. Done. We win. That's what stamina he had left. Looking down at the piper's crumpled body, you notice his pipes lying next to him. Blowing into the pipes, they begin to play a tune all by themselves. You also see that the man is wearing an amulet round his neck in the shape of a crescent moon. You can take the pipes or the crescent moon. So it's kind of like a one or the other, because it doesn't say you can take both. It says you can take the charmed pipes or the crescent moon. So I'm going to say that you can only choose one of them. Which one do you want, guys? Let's do a vote. Let's do a poll on this one. So, which one? So we've got pipes or moon. Okay, there we go. The poll has started, guys. Put in your requests. What do you want? Everybody votes. Your vote counts. Your vote could steer the future of the life of Spellbreaker. Guys, make your votes there. I can't vote, obviously, so. But everybody puts their votes in. And we'll give it a couple of minutes, seconds or whatever. Where are we? Yeah, that's where we are. Okay, let's end the poll. So the results are in, and it's the moon we're taking. The crescent moon, which in all honesty was the first thing, is what people said anyway. So that's the 5th item in our backpack, by the way. We've only got space for 2 more. So you're going to have to do some backpack management after a while, guys. So it says, if you take the pipes of the moon, make a note. Hearing a shout coming from the direction of the south gate, you look up to see 3 of the town military running towards you. If they catch you, you will doubtless be tried for murder. Well, fair enough, we did kill him. Although you have saved the whole town from the plague. How's that? Why do we think that? Do you want to face the military because we did save the city from the plague? Or would you rather try and outrun them? Hopefully the moonlight will help us. Pipe guy started the plague. So shall we go up to the military? So, yep, I killed Plague Man. He was spreading it with his rat boy friend. I nailed his ass. Plague is all gone. Thank me later. Here's the invoice. You know? Or are we going to leg it because the military's coming? You know? It's like, shit. They might not think how we think. They might go, do you know what? You killed somebody in our town. You're getting tried for murder. You're going to go to jail. You're going to become someone's little bitch. So what do we want to do? Do we want to face the military or do we want to run? The beat is happening. Run, Tony says. Run like a wind, bullseye. Okay, let's go. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Dashing down a side alley, you plan to lose the military in the labyrinth network of streets. Then make your way back to the unguarded south gate, and you soon emerge close to the town wall and run back towards the gate when you got to test your luck. We've got a luck of 7. Lucky still. Dudes, we are loving lucky. Telling you, we're lucky. If you're lucky, which we are. They hail you as the king. As you hope, the gate has been left unguarded, and keeping close to the wall, you run out of the town, you run away, and that is it. You leave the plague town behind. Losers. So that's it, we're out of the town now. We're done. Get out of the town. Once you're away from the town, you rest for a while to consider your next course of action. You may eat provisions here, it says. There are only a few hours of daylight remaining. The sky is still overcast, and storm clouds are gathering far away to the west. 2 roads lead away from Hallow's Well. The road south is signposted to the village of Arrel and leads to a range of low hills. The other takes a route westwards to the edge of a brooding forest. You cannot delay any longer. Will you go south towards Arrel or west in search of the Black Grimoire? What do you want to do, guys? South or west? South goes to Arrel and west goes to the Black Grimoire, which is exactly what we're looking for, evidently. We need that book back, you know what I'm saying? Continue south, Michael says. Okay. So we're going to Arrel then. Okie dokie. Can hear voices outside. Your journey south is uneventful, and having crossed the Grimmery River, you reach the edge of the hills. Dusk falls, and you are still a long way from the village of Arrel. After the day's events, you are in need of a good night's sleep. So you decide to find a suitable place to make camp. Do you want to spend the night just off the road, or do you want to look for a place further into the hills? What shall we do, guys? Check in the hills, or just camp up off the road? Man, mouth's really dry. It'll be good to get some sleep, you know. Even I'm getting tired. I have no idea how I'm going to last for 12 hours if I'm tired after 2. It's literally just been under 3 hours. Hide in the hills, military might be following. Okay? Let's go for the hills then. Head for the hills. Walking into the hills, you soon come upon what at first appears to be a small cave obscured by bushes. We're in the hills. Looking closer, you see that the cave entrance is blocked by a sturdy, round door. Bloody fire top mounted in it. Will you investigate further in the hope of finding shelter for the night, or just camp in the wilderness among the hills? Seems kind of like an obvious answer, that does. Or is it? Hobbits. It's the Hobbits, isn't it? Yeah, or Teletubbies. Could be either. Kill Zagor. So we're going to go see if we can get inside the Cave of Wonder. Or are we just going to, you know, whatever, fall asleep on the hillside and sort of slide down the hill eventually. Wake up at the bottom and go, shit, gotta walk back up again. Cave. Michael says cave it. Right. We're going to investigate this cave entrance in the hopes of finding shelter for the night. The fuck is that? Oh God. As you approach the door, it suddenly gets thrown open by a short, squat figure, and a cracked voice calls out, "Come in, come in. I've been expecting you." Puzzled by this invitation, you pause at the doorway and watch the figure as it shuffles down a tunnel dug into the side of the hill. "It is all right," says the creature. "I saw you coming in the ruins." You sense that the creature means you no harm, so you follow it into the home, a bit, still somewhat confused. And here is the creature. You ready? It's a fucking rat. It's a fucking rat man. That's the creature, guys. Look at that face. "Hello, how you doing? Come sit down. I've been expecting you." It's Paul Daniels. What the fuck? "No one has ever been murdered here before." How do you know? Eh? No one has ever been murdered here before. I don't know if anybody could say that. Oh, if that's what he said, come on in. Nobody's ever been murdered here before. Imagine that. You are a bit confused. You have to bend almost double over to make your way down the rough-hewn tunnel. But soon you come to a chamber where you can just about stand upright. So we're in a cave. The cluttered room appears to be the creature's main living area and contains a rocking chair, a table on which the corpse of a snake is being dissected, if anybody saw that when I showed you the picture, and shelves crammed with all kinds of pots and jars, all scaled down to an appropriate size for this hobbit creature of unusual dwelling. The light in the chamber comes from several fireflies trapped in a glass jar, and a fire in an alcove which hangs over a cooking pot. Your host seats himself in the rocking chair beside the fire and stirs the contents of the pot. The creature is dressed in several layers of ragged robes, under which it seems to be covered in short, dark fur. It's like fucking Catman. Its hands are shovel-like claws, while its face, half hidden under a hood, is an animal snout. The creature's beady eyes peer at you through a pair of half-moon glasses. The more you look at your host, the more he resembles a humanoid mole. It's a mole man. It's the mole people. Show us your fur, rat man. Looks like we are the next meal. A mole man. Moles are not carnivorous, are they? Carnivorous, sorry. Would you like some soup? Creature asks. You accept the offer. Yeah, we'll have some of your mole soup. And you tuck into a bowl of green broth. And you get 2 stamina points from it. So that's alright, yeah. I'm just going to have a biscuit, guys, because I'm a little bit, you know, fatigued. So I'm just going to have a little biscuit as we dip our biscuit into the mole broth. To the bloke on the cover. You reckon? I bloody hope not. I mean, it does have his same nose. Fucking hope not, though. Creature introduces himself as Talpas the Burrower. The Burrowers. Not the Borrowers. The Burrowers. One of the Molkin. A race of underground dwellers. He tells you that he saw you coming by casting runes, a means of divination. Feeling that you can trust Talpas, you tell him of your quest. Perhaps you would like me to cast your runes. Yes, to see what dangers await you. I must warn you that the messages can at times be misleading. Well, it didn't mislead you, mate, because I'm here. So, do you want to accept his offer for a bit of forecasting the future, guys? Or shall you just say, I'm going to bed, mate? What shall we do? Shall we see if Mystic Moleman has got some future stories for us? Or shall we tuck in to our bed and curl up on the floor in the cave? We're in a mole's house, guys, just to let you know. We're underground. Accept the offer, right? Yeah, I believe I can stay with you for a while. First, Talpas makes out a circle on the sandy floor of the chamber. He then pulls out a handful of flat stones with esoteric symbols etched on them out of a bag, and he throws them into the circle. Ah, yes. Talpas mutters, studying the runes. I see the rune of good and that of a warrior. Those refer to you. Fucking shit. Hey, we've got a winner here, guys. He sees that we're a warrior as we're carrying a sword, a staff, a backpack, wandering around at night. God. Here is the rune of mystery. Your destiny is uncertain. And here is the rune of secrecy, next to that representing a man, possibly someone you have met before. I also see that you must visit a place of death and a place of worship. Let's hope this ain't the place of death. Talpas suddenly freezes in terror. No, it cannot be. He exclaims, staring at one of the runes that has just fallen outside of the circle. The symbol on the rune is a 3 crossed lines, the witch's mark. Sheka's rune. Talpas shouts in panic. But there is no such rune in my possession. Ooh, interesting. I fear that dark magic is at work here. The Molkin hurriedly puts the runes back in his bag, but not before throwing the witch's mark into the fire, which he never owned. He didn't have that one. It just appeared. He ushers you out of the chamber and down the tunnel to a smaller room in which a rough straw mattress is, and you get to spend the night peacefully. Thanks for the nighttime story, mate. I'm sure I will sleep peacefully after that story. Mystic Mole, yeah. You rise early and thanks Talpas again for his hospitality, and you take your leave of the Molkin. However, before going, he gives you 2 meals. Sweet. Nice one, Molly. So now we've got 7 meals in our belt. You rejoin the road and you continue on your adventure. All right. 7 meals, man. That's pretty good, that. Just little meals, little rat meals, aren't they? By mid-morning, the road is veered round westwards, leading you further into the hills, and you soon catch sight of the village of Arrel. The village is shrouded by the smoke from several bonfires, and a deathly stillness hangs over the whole area. Stumbling along the road towards you is a woman with a huge pack of possessions tied to her back. No, to her back. As you approach, she starts waving you away and shouting, "Stay away, stranger! Do you not know there is plague in Harrow? Flee while you have the chance." Fucking plague again. Will you heed the woman's warning and change course before it's too late? Or will you enter the village to see if maybe you can help in some way? What shall we do, guys? Our current stamina is 22, mate. We are 1 below our maximum. So I feel like we've got this, guys. I feel like this is gonna be a bloody win. Oh, man. Might even have to divide this one up into 2 parts. Go help, Greg says. Let's go help him. Yeah, let's see if we can help out Plagueland. Maybe there's something we can do. Like burn it to the ground. That'll get rid of the plague. As you enter the village of Arrel, you notice that many of the buildings have large red crosses painted on their doors, a sure sign of the plague in the household. Nearby, 2 men are unloading bodies from a cart and throwing them on the bonfires. The smell of the burning turns your stomach. But, determined to help these people, you call out to the men and explain to them what your intentions are. Dude, we're just going to burn the village to the ground, alright? So, stay in your homes. Don't come out. It's all going up in flames, okay? Because you can't let the COVID get out, can you? In the bloody village. This whole village has got COVID, so we got to stamp it out. With smiles of relief, they take you to see the village elders, who were... Is there any elders with a plague? Who were in a large stone building in the middle of Arrel. I'm thinking that this is what we were meant to... You know, we visited a man in Arrel. We have now. Like... While you were in Arrel, you could catch the plague yourself, by the way. Normally, several days pass before the disease ends in the victim's death. But increased exposure to it will increase the rate of infection in your body. You must keep a close check on the plague's progress. This is reflected by your infection score, which isn't actually in the adventure sheet, by the way. But it says start this now. So, shit. We have to worry about an infection score, guys. At present, your infection is 1. We're 1 infected, by the way. The only thing with more stamina is Adam's hairline. So if the infection score ever gets to 15 or more, immediately make a note of the paragraph you're on and turn to 13. So 15 plus equals paragraph 13. probably death, surely. Unless you are engaged in combat. Does that mean your infection score can go up while you're fighting? What? For now, if you have the Aramance or Tagrin, fuck, which we don't, because we turned that one down. Bugger. If you have the Beggar's Curse, which we don't, if you haven't, but you do have a rat bite, we do have a rat bite. So we do have a rat bite. Oh, do you know what? I'm not liking this. I'm getting the feeling that it's going downhill quickly. It's asking us for all this shit. We do have the rat bite, and now we've got bloody plague. I don't think we're gonna last that long, guys. The bite the Piper's rat gave you becomes infected by the contagious plague within your system. Add 2 to your infection score. So now we're on 3. Yeah, this is it, man. We should leave if we can. Mate. We're coming up on 2. I know, yeah, mate. This is probably one of the longest ones we've done. The elders, 2 men and a woman, listen as you tell them that you want to help free the village of the plague.
Harold, he's overrun with rats, I tell you, says Edgar, one of the elders, and it's clearly these vile creatures which are carrying the plague. We ourselves have a plan to rid the village of them. If we could trap the rats in an old barn on the outskirts of Arul, then we could destroy them. But we can think of no way of luring them all into the same place at the same time. Those fucking pipes that we left when we chose the bloody crescent moon, that's what we could have Pied Pipered it. Fuck it hell. If you have a set of charmed pipes, you might be able to help the villagers. If not, there is little you can do, so you leave the rat-infested Arl. And bye. But, I mean, we're taking a bit of the plague with us, so... We are... Guys, we are tainted here. We are tainted. We've got bloody contagious disease, plague, literally... bloody, what do they call it? A euphemism for AIDS, this is, isn't it? This came out in 1993, so it was just after all that, you know. We got a great skill. Yeah. What have I gotten us into? You leave, 3 is low, and it's probably going to be a dice roll. Well, I don't know, mate. You have not gone far from the village when you begin to sweat heavily. This is the downfall. Your skin becomes irritated and you scratch it. Red blotches erupt all over your body. Fucking hell. Like a volcano. The virulent plague is killing you. Do you have a heal all? No, we don't. We've got priest's blood. Surely we can drink that. Topaz pendant, sprite weed. Why can't we just be, you know, eating the sprite weed? We don't have heal all, I'm afraid. We didn't, I don't know. We didn't even have the option for that. You may have saved yourself once from the plague, but in the end, there is nothing you can do to stop it. You die in agony. Well, hang on a sec. Our infection score is only 3. What happened to the... I want to see what's on this page 13 now. What the hell would have happened? Because we never made it. You begin to sweat profusely and overcome with the dizziness. Red wheels begin to break out all over your... Sorry, red wells. Your plague is entering its final stages, which we never got to do. We never got that. I feel like we've been robbed. And it asks us if we got a heal all there as well, which we never did. We're dead, guys. That is it.
Boom. We've succumbed to the plague. That's it. Instant death, innit? That's it. The deathly plague has got us. Honestly, instant death from missing essential items. Tough call. You never know what's essential until it happens, and then you go, shit, I should have got that. We needed the pipes and that rare herb that prevents disease. Well, hang on, we bought a rare herb, didn't we? Oh, the Sprite weed. Yeah. We didn't get the one. Yeah, we got Sprite weed, which just gives you decent performance. I know, escalated. That was a bit mad, that was, isn't it? Can we do the same book next time? Really? You want to go through all that again, mate? Bloody hell. You're a bit hardcore there. I mean, that was brutal, that was. But, I mean... No, that was our chance. That was our opportunity. We blew it. Basically, we blew it. It is what it is, until it isn't. So that's basically that. Let me put myself back here. Oh, man, I might have to reorganize my camera positioning here because I can't reach my mouse, to be honest, without leaving the camera. You know, there we go. We'll do that. Right, so what is our next book? Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, you know what's next, guys. Boom! The Legend of Zagor, returning to Firetop Mountain, coming soon to an adventure near you. Wow, that's what's coming up next, guys, in 2 weeks' time. The Legend of Zagor, 17th of August. Be there or be square. I'll create the live stream for it now, and then you guys can like it. Hang on a sec. How does it line up with the 27th? So the 17th, and then the next one is the 31st after the 27th. So the next live stream is the last live stream before the 12-hour stream. Does that make any sense, guys? So let me get this lined up here. So I'm just going to leave you for a second, guys. Shit, I better create a new one because that last one was the YouTube. Sorry. Let me just create this real quick. And then... So it's Legend of Zagor. Actually, I'll do this in a second, guys. I'll do this during the 3-minute countdown, okay? Because I feel like we need to, yeah. To be honest, that book there that we did, I think was pretty good, you know? This is a well-written book. We need to have a conversation, afterthoughts conversation here. I think this is a really good book. Now, sort of famously, a lot of people say the later books are pretty... There's issues with them. They're pretty rubbish. You know, they're not as good as, say, like the earlier books. But this one, I think, is really good. This kind of reminds me of the Secrets of Salmonis book that came out recent in the last few years. This is a great adventure, you know, and we got the plague, you know. I'm really looking forward to getting to the Howl of the Werewolf. What the fuck was that? Whoa! Rhymester, mate. What the hell? Have a fantastic birthday. Buy a drink on me. Cheers. I hope you have a... Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Yeah. $20. 20 Australian dollars. Wow. Yeah. Thank you. I won't see that till September, though, but thank you. Yeah, but yeah, thank you so much. I shall... do you know what, mate? I'm going to honor your $20 now. I need to take my headphones off to do this. This is Rhymester. This is what he's just got me. Rhymester's just paid $20 for a bottle of beer, and I'm going to drink it now. As a thank you for, you know. So, cheers. Many happy returns. Lovely. Oh, you don't sell it to yourself, do you? And that is ice cold. That is fucking cold. Yeah, thank you so much, Rhymester. That is, you know, that is well appreciated. And that will go towards... What will I put that towards? Obviously not this beer, because that came from the fridge. You know, probably put that towards maybe getting more beer. But I feel like I want to get something, and I want to let you know what I get. So, I tell you what, actually, I've got it. I mean, $20, like, we're just going to say 20 quid. There is something for £20 on eBay that I've got my eye on. So you have just bought me that, okay? It's a suitcase full of goodies, okay? So on the next 2-week stream, you'll find out what that is, okay? So there you go, Rhymester. Thank you so much. You've just bought me an eBay goodie package, okay? Thank you so much. What is in the suitcase? Find out in 2 weeks. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, Tuesday, I'm actually going away for my birthday, to be honest. So this is a thing. Somebody said to me, the guy who the Laserdisc player that I'm getting is coming from Scotland, and he said that it's only going to take 2 days. So I'm paying him the money tomorrow for it. And he said 48 hours. So that's Wednesday it's going to arrive, actually, not Tuesday. I don't know. Unless he said... Maybe he said 24 hours. Hang on. Let me bloody check this. He might have said... Oh, no. He says, I'll post it on Monday. You'll get it the next day. So, Tuesday, on my birthday. So, I'm actually going away tomorrow. And then coming back on my birthday. So hopefully I'll be here for when that package arrives. But when it does arrive, I'm going to do a live stream and open it live on the stream. And so I hope he hasn't put any any silliness in that box, because it'll just be a live stream when I open it. You should never open a box on a live stream. You never know what you're going to pull out. But I'll do it. So yeah. So so that'll be on Tuesday at some point. So there'll be a live stream on Tuesday, guys. But yeah. And then of course we've got the 27th. Sorry, we got the 17th, which is the next Fight in Fantasy, when you guys will find out what Rhymester has just bought me. So thank you very much for that. Could be all manner of sexual goodies within. You all, my friends, will find out. You got a Pioneer Laserdisc player in storage, Tony. What the fuck? Where do you live, Tony, mate? Where do you live? This is where you turn around and say you live in America now. Yeah, I live in Florida, mate. Oh, by the way, I live in the UK, Tony. So honestly, now Tony turns out he's just down the road from me. If that New Zealand, well, there you go, man. Honestly, that's going to cost you so much to send it in the post. A laser Pioneer. What's do you know the model number, Tony, of your Laserdisc player? The one I'm getting is the I think it's DLV or LDV or something. 919. That's the model number I'm getting. Looking forward to the 12-hour epic stream, mate. No, I'm not looking forward to a 12. I'm going to be so shattered. But yeah, I am actually looking forward to painting the models that have all been primed. They're all ready to go, and one has just died a death on the floor. These guys, I don't know if you can see that. They're all primed up. The camera doesn't focus. Come on, focus, you fucker. Let me hide behind it. Yeah, anyway. They're all primed up and ready. So I'm looking forward to painting that for the very first time. And we're talking Fighting Fantasy, guys. We're chatting shit. Our memories about our first books and everything. You'll have a look tomorrow what model it is. Yeah, please do, mate. Please do, yeah. You have a Betamax Spellsinger? Wow. Mate, Betamax. I've got a VHS player, and oh my gosh, last night I saw, like, I've got a few VHSs, you know. I've got the prequel trilogy on VHS. I've got JFK on VHS. I've got other Star Wars fucking sequels. The original trilogy on VHS. I've got Robin Hood, Fantasia, some Michael Barrymore series, you know, he did, called Bob Martin. Never seen it, don't know. And Hannibal on VHS, right? And I want to get Blair Witch on VHS, but I saw a VHS player, right, being kind of reviewed or showcased on YouTube, and it's a combi player, VHS, DVD, but it has a HDMI output on the back, right, for both the VHS and DVD, which means you can hook it straight up to your 4K OLED TV and watch a VHS, and it upscales it to 1080p from the HDMI output to your TV. The video quality I've seen on people's systems just looks like a DVD. Like, just looks like a Blu-ray. And it honestly looks so cool. Doesn't look like VHS at all, because the player internally I am going to hunt that... Oh shit, I'm all blurry. I am going to hunt that player down. There is a player, I think I've seen it on eBay. I'm going to try and get that, because I want to see what... Like, I've got a VHS player in the back, right? And it's connected to an upscaler, and it's connected to a 4K TV, and it legitly does look watchable. You can legitly watch VHS and enjoy it. You know, I'll have to go check out... I did do Hannibal, but I'll have to go check out the Star Wars ones, which I might do. In fact... when this stream finishes, I'm going to go hook up a Star Wars films. I'll take some pictures and I'll put them in the Discord, okay? So you can see what a VHS looks like on my system. But I'm so intrigued to see what that Panasonic... I've got the model number here. There is one in every country, so there'll be one in America, one in New Zealand. It's the Panasonic DMR EZ48V. Go check it out, guys. Honestly, if you've got VHSs, if you like that old retro analog format where it's not compressed, it's not good resolution, but you know, it honestly is so watchable with the right equipment. Like, nothing wrong. Honestly, it's so... I might have to get... I'm not going to be buying VHSs. Blair Witch Project is what I want, and maybe a few horrors on that format, but that's it. I'm not going to be suddenly having a massive VHS collection. You threw all yours away. Yeah, I sold my entire VHS collection to start buying DVDs, and then I sold all those to get Blu-rays, and I wish I'd never sold anything to buy another format. Like, seriously, really regret all that. But regret is pointless. It's absolutely pointless, regret. So yeah, luckily, I mean, there's still copies of the Blair Witch on VHS on eBay. Not a problem. But yeah. Right, let's start the 3-minute countdown, shall we? I think we've done that one. I really did enjoy this book. This was a really nice book. And I'm going to finish off my DVD series. Like, for anybody who cares, DVDs, like, I have really sort of fallen in love with the DVDs, and started to get a buttload of them. Yeah, in fact, today I'm going to film the last episode, which any members that I have will be able to watch tomorrow, the full series. The DVD series will be coming out tomorrow for my members only. And then in September, everyone else on YouTube will be able to watch my 7-episode DVD series, where I dive into the history of it, how they make them, piracy, the picture quality, the sound quality, where you can go buy, sell, trade, and just to cherish and love the best-selling movie format of all time. It's still #1. Honestly, the DVD format is still the #1 selling format today in 2025. There are more copies of DVDs sold than Blu-ray, VHS, 4K. I mean, I don't know, they're not releasing VHS, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say, guys. Like, it shares a 53% market share, right? Whereas 4K only has like 23%, and Blu-ray has something like 25%. 53% is DVD sales. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Anyway, that's we're gonna do the 3-minute countdown. So, guys, I really appreciate everybody who's turned up. I hope you enjoyed it. I love these. I'm never gonna stop doing them, and I really appreciate your time. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Guys, I may have only had one beer, but I love you. I love you guys. All right? Like, that's genuine. I'm not taking the piss. All right? I do honestly love you all. Thank you so much. I'm going to do the 3-minute so we can still have a chat. But, yeah. Oh, we got to kill the timer. Oh, shit. I never killed the timer when we died. Fuck. I think I've been rabbiting for about 15 minutes, so I reckon did we hit the 2-hour mark on that? I'll have to go back and watch it. And I implore you all to do the same. I'll see you guys, alright? Oh, I've just hit the timer again. I thought I hit the I'm fucking it. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. Today, the final DVD series video I film is going to be a very funny one, I feel, because I'll be filming it in a minute. Like, seriously. Bye. Oh, man. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. A bit crazy, yeah. Mr. Crazy. Alright, let me put the sword and the staff away. Alright. Yes, everybody, thank you. We definitely hit 2 hours, Spellsinger. Okay, if that's what, yeah. I look forward to these readings with this committee. Committee. Yeah. I honestly, genuinely love this. Right, let me resume all that. Get rid of that. Which I didn't clock the name of it. Oops. That should be alright. Doing a bit of research at the moment for my next series that I'll be doing, which is going to be a VCD and a VHS series, but they're going to be a combined, because I don't think I can really do, like, I don't know, I might do it separately still, but yeah, those are the two. One of the two I'll be working on next. I don't know which one, if I do break them up, but I was planning originally to do them as a, you know, a single VCD/VHS series, but we'll see. And also, in the other related, I've got a Friends project that I'm working on. And that's all I'll say about that, guys. Take care. Nice.